want a piece of me? Get ready. I'm ready. I don't care who you are. So you're the man that rules the world. They call me.
Yes, motherfuckers. Yeah.
Thursday evening overdose.
Evening motherfucking overdose.
In the house.
We're in a house.
What house? My house.
Your house. In your house.
Well, I rent it.
Yeah.
Every
We
month.
are here. What's that? And you be paying for it. You be paying for it.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the March 12th, 2015 episode of the Thursday evening overdose. Thank you very much for being here.
This is unedited. We have no fucking idea what we're gonna do before we do it here.
Yeah, unedited as well
Unlike
as
the Sunday show, which is a fucking melody of.
It's a beautiful symphony.
It's
the
a
Sunday
symphony.
show.
It's
yeah.
a perfect itinerary. Yeah, our itinerary.
Yeah. So this is our totally impromptu bullshit Thursday night show. With me as always, the Earthling, my co-host, and sitting in with us tonight we got our old pal Dan, who's been on the show a bunch of times. Say hello, Dan.
Hello.
Dan.
Hello,
Bond.
Dan. Dan Bond.
Dan Bond.
Longtime supporter.
Too much fucking info.
Yeah. I know. Now he's not going to feel free to speak his mind anymore.
No, he doesn't give a shit.
Nobody's supposed to have a last name on this
Can
show.
you hand me weed?
Yeah, I got some weed.
I was I asked you for weed before the show, but I was like, no, I'll ask you for it on the show. So
Right.
people think
Shout
we're
out
cool.
New
No,
and
and
smoke weed.
And then it'll seem spontaneous,
It'll seem
too.
spontaneous.
Like we don't
But-
even care.
But not since I just said that.
No one will know
Now they know.
if they're paying attention.
Yes.
Dan Bond from New Hampshire.
Dan Bond from New Hampshire, USA.
New Hampshire bonds. Is I was asking you before, is antivirus software a scam?
That's Dan's department. I mean,
I would definitely suggest against installing a lot of
would
it
you
on any
suggest
system.
any legitimate antivirus?
I would suggest supplemental scanning
Like
software,
Malwarebytes.
Like Malwarebytes. It's used in conjunction with antivirus software. But I don't have a problem with AVG, which is free. You can pay for some upgrades. I wouldn't suggest against Avast.
I liked Avast,
I wouldn't suggest.
but they cut me off because I didn't pay them.
Well, no, you just have to renew.
They didn't let me renew.
You have to renew a free license.
Is somebody fucking calling us? We're talking about antivirus software. Who is this? What do you want?
Hello?
What do you want?
I would like to talk about the Akron Pooper.
The Akron Pooper?
The Akron Pooper? Okay, yeah, this is a story. I've
the
seen
fuck?
this. I'm going to try to pull this up. Maybe this is John Black out in Michigan, my old pal. Maybe he
Akron,
can...
Ohio.
We are butt buddies, not just pals. We're
Shut up.
butt buddies.
Hold on a second. There we go. Let me just get my sound effects up there.
But just to be clear,
Oh, that was such a funny joke you made. Hold on, I want to give it the proper acclaim that it deserves.
Yeah, let the peanut gallery
Do you
roll.
still have the Boom Shakalaka on there from last week?
So,
can't buy a bucket.
John, tell him about the
That's
Akron.
why he poops on the floor.
Tell him about the Akron, Ohio pooper. There's a guy going around pooping on cars, which I've had a couple friends that have
And he
done.
likes
that.
to
What? That guy's
Yeah.
awesome.
Smear it on the hood of the car, too. And he's been doing it for years.
I used to have a friend who would shit in bags and put it under my friend's pillows. His name was
That's-
Tony
well,
Mangia,
that's kinda
and he did it to
hysterical.
lots of people. He did it. He didn't do it to me, but he did it to a lot of people I know. And you'd go
I
to
used to know
bed.
a
and-
guy, he'd be in the back seat of the car, and he'd say, hey, check this out. And he'd look around, and he's got his wiener out, and he's got this tiny little penis. And it was really weird. Like, why are you showing off your
That's
tiny
a lot
penis?
different than anything
One
we
time
were
I was
talking about.
drunk on the L train. I pulled my dick out, and it made everybody go to the other end of the car.
Or, but like the reason is
That's
captured
that's
my
like
attention.
that's like an
the-
actual
the Akron
criminal
pooper.
confession you just
It's
made.
because
Be
we
on,
had
like,
the
a list for
Ypsilanti
that, I think.
pooper for a while,
Well,
and there
I
was a
did.
guy who was shitting all over the playground near my house.
All right. let's rein it in here, fellas. This is still the first 2 minutes of the show.
No, he was shitting on the slide. He was shitting on like the swing set. And they figured out it was some
Shit
guy
everywhere.
that like lived at a halfway house and was mentally disabled, so like they didn't press any charges. But there
How do
were
you-
billboards all up over the area. They were like, "Catch the pooper."
So how do you shit on a swing set on like the I guess on the seat, right?
The real
I
problem is
guess
how do
you
you
just
shit on
drop
the
it right-
swing set
you load
and
right
then
there on the
subsequently
board.
Shit on the slide because I
Yeah,
don't know
how
how,
do-
much I could shit in how many different.
So
places.
he had to shit on the swing set, pinch
Got
it
some
off,
fucking massive
run over to the
sphincter
fucking
control.
slide. Sphincter. They should have called him the sphincter controller.
Hang on, listen to this. Police in Akron, Ohio are desperately searching for a serial poopatrator who has been. Hold on. This is
Yeah, no, that's what the bumper sticker, like the sign said in our times, like "Catch the poopatrator."
Yeah. That's. By the way, I'm very disappointed in all of you for laughing at such a dumb pun.
I
But,
feel like I'm
It said poop. It's hysterical.
I'm ashamed
listen.
to shit in the toilet.
a serial poopatrator who has been
I don't like-
terrorizing residents by pooping on and sometimes even in unsuspecting victims' cars. Since 2012.
If the door's open, he just shits on the seat, right?
Yeah. Well,
How
I mean,
much
No,
shit
you know
does-
what this probably is? It's probably just like normal guys going home from the bar, shitting themselves in their cars, and then trying to blame it on someone.
You know what happened? You know what happened last night? Somebody shit in my car.
Yeah.
You know, wasted.
yeah,
Just shit
that's
your own
way
pants.
logical.
I buy that.
Since 2012, Akron police have received at least 19 reports of feces appearing on the hoods and handles of residents' cars. Lieutenant Rick Edward told the Huffington Post, those
He said
unlucky
poop.
enough to have unlocked doors receive an even worse surprise.
Maybe he doesn't have sphincter control. Maybe he just shits in like a
So look,
like a
some-
mortar board and then has a paintbrush and just goes and like paints it on.
Hold on a
stuff.
second. Did you see this picture of him? Somebody got a picture of
Yeah,
him.
he's got a.
They
picture.
caught him. They
I
caught
bet
him
it's
Red ass.
red ass.
Red ass. One brave hero has had enough and set up a camera to flush out the suspect. He messed with the wrong guy. The unidentified man told
flush out the
Cleveland.com.
suspect.
Flush him
Yeah,
out.
I didn't know. I didn't know the Huffington Post was so punny. Yeah. So just you don't.
I
have a
didn't
mic.
know the
Just
Huffington
not-
Post was a reliable source for news.
He might-
but
he
they're
might-
If you
talking
don't have a
about
mic,
poop, I
it's really
can't
weird
ignore
to
it.
hear. Like,
Yeah, you can't just. Sorry.
That's all right. No. You can take
And
it.
also, I wanted to make a point before I forget. I don't understand pooping on the swing sets. I do understand pooping at the bottom of the slide because a kid going to the swing sees a poop and sits on it. The kid's an idiot. The poop at the bottom of the slide. is
Yeah,
more
that's
of a
totally
surprise.
a surprise.
That's like a landmine.
It's like you're going in a circle.
Yeah.
You're going in a circle. You don't know what's at the end of that thing.
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
evil.
It's like you're scarred for the rest of your life. It's good.
Scarred for the rest of your life.
If I
Scarred
came
for the.
outside and there was poop on my car, I'd just keep driving. I wouldn't even.
I wouldn't care either.
Yeah, I wouldn't care.
I have a
I wouldn't.
tree.
I
out front of
definitely
my-
wouldn't report
I
it
have
to the
a-
police. So the 19 cases that were reported are probably the minority. Most people came outside and were like, "Motherfucker."
I
Yeah, you're
just
right. No,
drove
no,
off.
he's right. He's right. There's probably like not. He did it like.
I would
900
never
other
call the
times. Nobody
cops if
cared.
I found shit on my
Right.
car.
So
It
this
would
guy's
get the
like-
hose
Yeah, if someone shit
immediately.
on my car,
He
I would
probably
go
doesn't
shit
have a
on 3
bathroom.
other cars.
No,
just to
I
make
would.
my point
First
clear.
of all,
Wait, so if you got your car shit on, you'd go shit on 3 other people's cars?
like if you have any,
Yeah.
if you have
You're
any,
perpetuating
buck.
this thing. Go ahead.
if you have any dispute going on in your life, you see, the first thing is not that you don't think, oh shit, a serial pooper got me. That like the first thing you think is like, who would shit on my fucking car?
Yeah,
And
right.
every one of us has
No,
a short
no,
list.
my first
you
thing
know?
would be like, that doesn't look like raccoon poop.
All right, cool. But that was totally worth cutting me off for, you fucking piece of shit. Would you learn some fucking
Cutting
timing?
you off. You've got like a 2-hour-long fucking show all to your fucking
You're
self. you
you're an
glorious
asshole.
little
Shut up.
prick.
Why don't you have a show if you want to talk so much then?
Yeah, why don't you be quiet? Be quiet.
Yeah, really.
There's
I
your
do have a
radio
show, and
bitch.
I just
Exactly.
didn't invite you to it because it's too cool.
Wait,
It's
why don't
called
you
the
drive?
John
Why
Black
don't you
Happy
drive
Time
your
Fun Time.
body to the top of your house and jump, bitch? I'm just kidding. I like
okay.
you. I like you.
You see me? I'm right outside. Come to the window.
All right,
I jump.
I
gonna
can
poop
see the
on your
window.
car.
You're gonna poop on. You are the pooper, aren't you?
I drive to Akron, Ohio every weekend and
Every
poop on
weekend.
cars.
That's the perfect crime. They'll never suspect that it's somebody from out of state.
That might be the most fun thing to do in Akron, Ohio. Anyways, actually, might be the most fun thing to do anywhere. I've had a friend.
Well, it's
I
probably
don't
the
even-
first thing that he.
Okay. I'm just muting him. I've had a friend who has shit on like multiple cars right in front of me. His name's Jimmy. He lives in Florida now.
Oh, Jimmy?
And- yeah,
I know
you know
Jimmy.
him. And
He should. Why did? What was his reason?
it just became. It was one summer we got really drunk, and it just happened 3 or 4 times. We would just go out.
Did
we used
you
to-
do
we
it
used to-
too?
No, I just would laugh my ass off. I can't shit on command like that. I'm
I
like I have bad nerves. It
I
takes
feel
me,
like I'm breaking the law when I shit in the toilet.
Yeah.
I'm not kidding you. I don't like it.
Well, what do you eat?
Ah.
You could be.
Well, no, I don't do it in daytime. I put a towel over my head and when I do it, I just don't like shitting. It's gross.
So
You like shitting?
I don't turn into a
I
fucking
love
Saudi
Saudi,
Arabian
actually.
when I shit. That's ridiculous.
the weird thing, the worst thing about like when someone
I don't really do that either.
Well, the worst thing about when someone shits on a car, it doesn't look like what you think it's gonna be like. Because when shit comes out, there's like some liquid and some solid parts. If it's not like a perfect shit, you know what I mean? So like you've been drinking all day, and he's ready to shit on a car, and he gets up on the hood. Most of the time, it would like slide. He would shit on the windshield, and it would like slide down in this way that just was too gross to even be funny. You know, it was it's like a weird moment between you and a friend when you watch him shit on a windshield.
How did he
you know,
wipe?
from leaves. Big leaves, always,
Oh,
always
he
big
had
leaves.
Always big.
Pad
Yes.
thai like diarrhea, and he
I
just like
doubted your fucking
blasted a
story
big old
before you
brown
just
yogurt
came
everywhere.
quick with that big
But
leaves fucking
To have a whole
shit.
Yeah, 'cause I would
turd
gather
sag
leaves
down
for
the
him.
windshield.
You definitely.
What? Wait. So you guys are drunk walking
This-
down the street, and he says, "Go gather me up some leaves.
No,
I'm
he
gonna
would-
shit on this car."
He would shit on the car and then think about wiping his ass. That was what happened the first time, and I had to
and
go
then you
get a
had to
bunch.
help
I
him
had to
because
go
you
get
don't
a
want to hang out with a guy with a shit ass.
Well, and I thought we'd about to like get arrested because we were like in a neighborhood on a street.
so what do you
know?
think? The cops
Like,
are gonna pull up and say, "Hey, son, bend over. Let me see that asshole."
No. He didn't.
You're
wa-
the shitter.
He wouldn't. He's sitting on top
Yes,
of a
sir.
car with his pants down. He wouldn't pull his pants up until he wiped his ass. We would
So
get
he'd
arrested
be-
for
oh, so-
him having his
for him
pants down.
being half-
Like,
half- yeah, ass
and they
out.
wouldn't have to look in his ass, which the cops do sometimes, anyways.
Oh,
But,
shit's so funny.
Yeah, but he would shit right on the windshield. I just really vividly remember the first time, and then it just became a gag for the summer. But the first time was so great.
Was he
didn't think-
only with you when he did it, or were you
Yeah,
had
just
more-
the two of us.
You never had more friends around when he did it.
There might have been one or
Did he ever do it in front
somebody
of a
else.
chick?
No, I doubt it.
I
This
think
was
you guys are losing sight of the issue at point, which is the Akron pooper.
yeah. Well, I was trying, and I decided I would just
This
go.
is funnier.
I decided I would play.
He has
13
personal experience with a pooper, serial pooper. Right? That cereal.
Every
More
time
than
you say
two. If
cereal
you kill more
pooper,
than
I
two
just think of,
people,
like
it's
a
cereal.
really gross breakfast.
Yeah, I do have. I guess that's true. I do have experience with a personal serial pooper, and
Yeah, more than two is cereal.
He,
If you
um,
murder people.
You bring credibility to the story. I mean,
I used to know a girl that peed everywhere.
never mind.
Used to know a girl. I used to know
You
a
guys,
girl.
this is the. I gotta stop right now. Everyone needs to wait for someone else to talk and then say something that maybe pertains or jumps off of that thing that the last person said. Because this is driving me nuts.
I
this
think
is
it's
just
fine. I was going to
No, no,
comment
no.
on the girl pissing.
This is like you threw 55 wind-up dolls into a room at different lengths of string and they're just popping all over the place like it's just little
Hey,
kernels
I
of
think that-
popcorn.
I
Just little
was waiting by
kernels
the
of
mailbox all day. and I
Fucking
never got
shut up! Little kernels of non sequitur corn.
I think it was fine.
I think John Black was really adding to the fucking situation. Usually, and we were trying to respond, but then in the middle of our
He said he knew a girl knew how to piss.
Okay,
Or
do you guys
pissed
want
everywhere.
to? Do you guys want to get back to the Akron pooper trader?
Not really. I like your poop. I like your personal poop story better.
Yeah,
Okay.
tell us more about your poop story.
Well, I was trying, and so I had to bring in big leaves to which we actually developed a
Poison oak.
we had to develop a method. What you would do is rub leaves on your wrist and then wait 5 minutes to see if there was any reaction, and then you could use them to wipe your ass.
Usually, well, they're
'cause-
not dry. If they're dry, they're good. If they're green, yeah, you got to worry.
Yeah.
Like you
I
can't.
just would have brought him back like a plastic bag full of pine cones. It's
I
a
would have
good
just
deal.
said, I would have just said, dude, I'm not hanging out with you anymore. When I have to find you just shitting all over stuff. I would say I'm not being your boy. I'm not gonna be your homeboy no more.
Right.
I don't like looking for to clean your asshole.
No.
Stop shitting on cars for a second, please.
You can. I mean, when you're 22, the guy that's shitting on cars, that's the guy you want to be around.
That's true.
I mean,
That's
he's
true.
the one that's going to lead to some interesting.
Yeah, more than likely.
If I
Circumstances
had, if I had
otherwise.
a fucking friend who shit on cars consistently, I'd probably bring out toilet paper when I went with him, just for the sake of ease.
Why did you never say, hey, I'm going out drinking with Jimmy tonight. I'm gonna bring it.
Because this is when we used to drink a handle bottle between 2 or 3 of us to get started, and then
Oh,
you go
yes,
out to
yes,
the
yes.
store.
You guys were drinking 1,000 beer rum.
Yeah, well,
What is he saying? 1,000 beer rum?
1000 B rum. It's just another person that just doesn't understand that we're on a show for other people. That
Well,
it's
what-
not
no,
just
what
for,
is
like
that?
it's a conversation that we're having with each other.
What is 1,000 B rum?
It's rum full of a billion baby bees.
One time, a billion baby bees flew into this bottle of rum, and then we drank it anyways.
Is that true?
Yeah, they looked like baby bees, whatever they were. We nicknamed it 1000 B rum and made a label for it, and then we all drank it. It's there. Ha 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 ha.
I was sitting on my buddy's porch when I was 14. I stayed by his house. His name was Chris Montgomery. And I went out there early in the morning, and I was drinking a fucking Pepsi, right? So I'm drinking the Pepsi, and I was sitting there for like 10, 20 minutes because we got drunk the night before, you know what I'm saying? And
Thank you. Sorry. Everyone
Anyway,
in the room is like murmuring
I don't
and
hear
talking,
anything.
and
You
I'm
must
just,
have your
it's driving me
headphones
nuts.
really,
No,
really-
I
sorry.
just can't. I can't. It's probably
check
me.
this-
Because if I was in a restaurant and there was 100 other people talking, I'd be having no problem,
Yeah, no,
But I'm
listen,
just like,
listen,
what the fuck
listen to
is
this
going
story.
on? Like,
So I'm out there. We got drunk, and I was young. I was like 14 years
She's
old. You know
murmuring
how
to
when
a
you,
cat in
you-
the corner.
You know how when you get drunk and like, you know what I'm saying? You know when you get drunk when you're young and you like wake up, you feel like shit balls. You know what I mean? When you're like first started. And I was out front of his house. I was drinking a can of Sprite, and I was probably sitting there like with my hand on my head for like a half an hour, and I kept drinking the Sprite. Then I feel like a fucking ant crawling on my hand. I'm like, oh, you piece of shit ant, and I flicked him off, and then I was like, wait, there's like 10 ants on my hand. And I look at the bottle. There's like a fucking line from their nest to the bottle. I drank like hundreds of ants.
oh yeah.
That's disgusting.
I've drank an ant. a
No, I
bee.
drank hundreds of ants because I looked in. There were hundreds of them hovering because I left the can sit there for 20 minutes
That doesn't seem right. How would you not notice them?
because
while
I
they're
was
going down?
fucking
You,
hung over like an asshole.
you know, the-
and I was like, and I had it
the
right
big-
next to me, and I was sitting there for like 20 minutes, and then when I went to go take a drink of it, there were hundreds of them on my hand. There were millions of them in it, which means that very drink that I just had taken was like 100 ants I fucking ate. It doesn't bother me. It didn't bother me at all, but I thought it was fucking creepy.
Good protein.
All right, John Black. What else you got for us?
I don't like exoskeletons.
Well, the big carpenter ants that you catch in the house, like the big fat black ones,
No, these were
they
little.
taste
these
like
little
lemons
They taste like
because
lemons.
they got formic acid in them. I used to eat them when I was a kid.
Why
because
did you
I
used
thought
to
they
eat them
tasted
when you
good.
were a kid? Why did you used to eat them when you were a kid?
Did you really?
For what
Yeah,
purpose? For
totally.
what purpose?
I can concur.
You did that too?
No. I didn't eat them as a child for fun. I was dared. Like, oh, eat this ant.
Dude, you know how much money I've eaten? Like how much money I've eaten, how much money I've earned by just like eating mealworms and other weird shit that other people wouldn't touch.
$5.
I've earned like at least like $15 in my whole life. It's pretty good.
You weren't
Yeah.
far off.
How was it?
All right, John Black. Thanks for the call. We gotta go.
That.
Oh,
yeah,
you
hey,
should talk about that Marine who defended those Martians.
All right, we'll probably try to get to that later. What is some Marine says that he was on Mars defending a human
right.
colony, and send that to us on Facebook. We'll talk about it later.
I sent it to you on Facebook.
Oh, you did?
You've already got it.
Okay, cool. All right, well, thank you.
Later.
Yeah, well, whatever.
Don't
Yeah.
forget to fuck yourself.
You know what, John? Next time, try to be a better caller. Just
Well,
No, you were good. You're great. You're
Just
great.
try-
He's dicking you around.
try a
dude.
little.
You're awesome.
Try a little harder to just be a little bit funnier and have better timing next
Yeah,
time.
and don't forget to. Screw
you
yourself.
try not to talk over all your guests, and maybe you'll hear something. How about that? How about that?
Ooh. He's talking shit to you
Yeah.
right now.
Yeah, I just gave you the
live
ribs.
on the air. He's telling you that you don't know how to do what you're trying to do. He's
Listen.
saying that you don't know what you're doing.
This guy is a loser without a radio show, and we've got to get back to doing.
I've never heard his radio show.
Yeah, and who are you to talk? Who are you to talk to a radio professional and a legend in the industry like me that
Yeah,
way? You know
he's
what,
the
I'm hanging
radio
up on this guy.
professional. I'm the legend in the industry.
I just
You
hung up
understand-
on him.
You hung up on him.
Yeah.
He didn't get to hear the last part,
What?
which was the important part.
What were you gonna say? He'll
You're
listen.
the radio professional, and I'm a legend in the industry. Who is he to talk to us like that?
Piece of shit.
No, but check it out. I watch videos online and shit. I cannot eat an exoskeleton insect that's large. I cannot do it. I can't take a praying mantis and eat it. I can't do that.
You say that like that's unique about you. Like most people are just fucking popping grasshoppers in their mouth and chewing them up. And
Oh,
you're
I
like,
can never
Dude,
eat
I
it.
can't fucking do that.
I
shit.
couldn't eat a
don't know how you-
grasshopper. I
I
could
don't know
not
how
eat
you
a
guys are
grasshopper.
doing that all the time. I see everybody with their bags of grasshoppers at the basketball game, just fucking chowing down.
It's just like how
I
are
can't
they-
do it.
I can't do it. No, I really. Are you telling me you can't?
Can't or can?
Can't.
No, I would. Why would I be able to? What do you mean? Why would anyone want to?
Oh, you're saying that everybody's like me?
Yeah.
I thought no, because I go online and I see like girls, like blondes, like look at this blonde chick and she like eats a cockroach and like and it's like what the fuck? That's a blonde chick. I can't even eat that. You know what I'm saying? It's all it is. And there's like girls with like bugs in their mouths and they're putting spiders all over the place and shit.
So what's the deal with the antivirus software? Is it a conspiracy in the end? Is the whole thing? Is it companies start these things to give you viruses? I want Dan's
Well,
our tech
no,
expert, so I
me
want to
and-
take advantage of him being here.
Right. Me and Dan talked about it before, and they started legitimately,
I don't
right?
think
They
it's a-
did. They
I
did
don't
start
think it's a
legitimately.
fucking scam. I think the people just
Talking to the microphone.
They want to pour the money out of you. It's not so much conspiracy.
No, but
theory.
they
It's-
started as legitimate
it's very,
companies,
It's
right?
very well fucking documented. It's like, oh, hey, you got to pay us money right
But
now.
didn't they start
to
legitimately
get better
in the
coverage
90s?
so that you can be
Hold on,
better
what-
protected? But then they also make certain aspects of their software to be very similar to malware, where you can't get rid of it, you can't easily uninstall it, you can't do anything about it. You install it and you're fucking stuck with it. And obviously Norton is the worst. I mean, so you'll install Norton on your fucking system and it's going to be taking up 10-15% of your CPU at any given time. It is a resource hog and it's fucking bad. But is it a conspiracy? I mean, I guess when you think about the word conspiracy as any, more than 2 or 3 people colluding to
That's what
commit a
I mean
crime.
in the literal sense. Yeah. I mean, is it?
Yeah, the company, they're not doing anything illegal, but as far as the consumer, sense is, fuck yeah, it's a conspiracy. It's a conspiracy against the end user. So they're trying to fuck.
But isn't that's like what most of the software it does, right? It's like big industries that create a lot of software or big companies, I should say, and the software industry, I guess. Isn't a lot of it just geared towards that end? Is fucking screwing you over?
One
so
of the
you
big
need to,
ways that you can tell is if you're like going through the install due to legal reasons for them not to be sued, they have to make you aware of anything that's going to be bundled in with the software. So there's going to be multiple steps in any,
Okay, I've been trying to stop you since the beginning because what I'm more interested in is in the 90s and shit, a lot of those companies were legit trying to protect you from outsiders and shit, and they would charge you like $20 for their software, right?
Or they just had less complicated ways of taking advantage of you.
And then you got to
Now they
remember
have
that these are the
more.
guys that are protecting these vital areas of your system that can be breached, and they have a lot of knowledge of it. So they were like, "Hey, we can make money because we have knowledge
true.
of these system file, or they have the knowledge
And
to breach the
unfortunately,
system."
they do a very poor job of what they're set out to do, anyways, which is protect
And
you
also,
from
they're fucking
viruses.
selling your information and shit. It's in the licensing agreement.
Yeah,
yeah,
fuck faces.
I've never really had like a setup that just allowed me to go wherever I please on the internet and protect me. Is that unreasonable to think that you'd be able to do that?
I have that.
No script.
Well, no script, but then you also need to know a thing or two about what you're blocking and trusting too,
Right. Well,
which is kind of hard.
Well, it doesn't take,
I mean,
it doesn't take long. You can fine tune no script.
tell people what no script is.
No
basically,
script is a Firefox add-on, and it when you go to a website, you go to cheeseburger.com. Cheeseburger.com is not the only thing trying to access your computer from that website. It's trying to run scripts
Especially
on your
if you
browser.
go to cheeseburger.com.
Right, whatever.
that
That's
are,
just
that are coming from ad servers.
and they're coming up from all over the place. So when you go to a website, there's like up to like 50 fucking websites trying to run scripts on your fucking shit. No script blocks that. And if you get no script and you fine tune it, so you go to this website all the time, and now if you just troubleshoot with it, you'll say this is who hosts the videos. You can figure out who does what. Like if I click this one, the videos are showing up. But there's
Yeah,
not
and
millions
you don't
of
wanna
ads.
run extra-
but what you
extra
do is
scripts.
you fine tune it, and then you don't have to worry about it ever. And
a lot of where
all the websites you go to, you have to figure out what's what. But
And
then
a lot
you start
of
to
where the
learn who's what.
vulnerabilities that are coming from these websites, and the reason that you need to use these tools is because they're not properly screening advertisers that go onto their site. So if I'm a malicious advertisers, where I'm going to be running a flash ad
Which
script
they are.
on a website.
Right.
I'm gonna purposely target a website that isn't properly maintaining like a whitelist of advertisers. So I'm gonna go there. I'm gonna make a flash script that is going to maliciously run.
So when they say
run
we're gonna
code
give you,
on your computer,
so when you go
that
to,
will automatically download or run malicious script on your computer that you know.
Let's put these fools on blast. So you go to ebombs.com. Somebody's giving them $600 to have a script run on their website, right?
But for
and
a website as big as that, they have a lot more. They have a lot more to lose from not screening their advertisers.
Then why are they the worst? Why do they do that? Why are all their shit's malicious, dude?
It's not malicious.
You click on one of their videos on their website and it'll pull you to a different site.
Well, no. This is true. Their advertisers are advertising like it was an actual video on their site, but if you click on it, it's going to take you to another site, which is really like, let's say I was that fucking like.
No, I
seriously.
clicked their videos and it's taking me from their site.
Well,
not
again,
clicking the wrong thing, just their videos.
Because as an advertiser, I'm going to tell them, if you advertise this link, which is a video, as if though it was hosted at your site, but in reality it pulls them to my site, then I'm willing to pay more for that advertisement than if it's in the sidebar. So they're willing to pay more money for that. They've paid eBombs more money to make it look like an eBombs video. You click on it, it brings it to the other site. Now, here's where the end game comes. If I'm really just like terrible fucking person,
silence your stupid fucking phone.
I'll pay for a legitimate ad on, you know what I mean, on a legitimate website that's actually trusted and make it look to be as though content that is posted on that website. You click on that, it brings you to my malicious website, and that's where I run the dangerous script. And that way you bypass a legitimate website's, you know, ad screening, and you bring it to your website, and then boom. So, I mean, these motherfuckers get a lot of money.
So when the other window opens up, that's when they're running the dangerous scripts.
If I could install software onto a million people's computers, whether it be just a file like a cookie.
If you can get them to go to you and download your software, hell yeah.
Hold on, if it was just
make
a cookie,
some fucking money off that
shit. If it was
shit.
just a cookie, or if it was a browser search ad bar. And when you went to think, you're thinking you're clicking on, you know, your search bar up there, and you're thinking it's coming from Google, but it's really coming from me, and I disguise it to look like Google, and all the results that are at the top.
You're selling that information.
I'm selling that information, and I'm selling those top, you know, search results to just whoever the fuck is the top dollar. So then
trends.
There you go. So they make so much fucking money. There's a huge market
for trends and watching what people are doing and just spying in general, right? That's basically what it is.
Spying and just stealing clicks. Stealing clicks.
They're gonna be like they're selling my information to the porn companies for my Google searches. I guarantee you
it's
that.
It's so fucking easy.
They're like, this guy likes to watch you know.
The question is that
158 guys come inside the same chick right in a row.
You brought it up, and now
and they're
I
gonna
have
be like, "Here's $100."
I have to talk about it.
I'll tell you that I like it.
gross.
Why can't I go straight to an advertiser, one of these data companies, and say, "Hey, this is what I like. Can you pay me instead of that guy that's stealing it from me? I'll tell you what I want."
There's
you
so
know
many.
What I'm saying?
There's tons of advertisers that'll pay you to take surveys.
Pay me individually for the products I buy.
Don't pay that guy for my fucking information. I'll tell you what kind of shit I like.
So you're on a porn site. Have you ever fucking noticed that there's like a Facebook like button, a
Yep,
Pinterest button, a fucking Reddit button? Like,
No,
who the fuck are
Yes,
these people?
Yes, I have, and
I've never
it makes
noticed
me
those.
like I'm so paranoid that I'll share the video I'm watching on Facebook accidentally. Like,
Really?
somehow, like my mouse will jump or something.
I never
It'll be
even
like
noticed-
my stupid clammy masturbation hand will fuck up the mouse. You know what I mean? And like, yeah,
and it's like, oh shit, it's all over my front page. Like,
Right,
what the fuck do I do?
So, okay, I never even noticed.
somebody's been in
I
my
never even
search
noticed.
history.
I never noticed that porn sites had like Facebook like shits.
They do.
And you know what? I think it's because all the porn that was going on distracted me.
Want to know what I think it really is that people that use the entire web.
Who's gonna say, "Yeah, look what I'm looking at, friends"?
Yeah,
I'm watching
exactly.
this porn video.
These aren't the people, but the people that are only on the web for the internet, due to porn-related reasons, are totally about sharing their interests. It's like the only reason. If I only went to the internet for porn and I had no friends on the internet, then I would be like, 5 stars. Share with everyone. This porno's the shit. And
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Let's start like a creep porn.
But see
Facebook,
that you
and
already
just
have
share
a lot
nasty
of porn.
Can I do that?
A lot of porn websites already their own social networking site. Like you can log in and make comments and
But who
stuff like that.
creates those accounts?
I've read the comments before. It's pretty hilarious, but I've never made an account. I've been tempted to just to make a comment because I think that's what happens. You start reading the comments and it's so hilarious that you want to make comments on porn video because like there's people that are really
Porn's free now.
but the comment sections of porn are the same as comment sections of any other video site. It's just people arguing about race and religion, which is fucking awesome in the comment section of porn videos, you know? So then it gets you to want to make a
Do you
profile,
know what?
you know?
There's no black
Like,
chick
someone throw a
famous
hijab
porn
on
stars.
this
Did you know that?
What'd you say?
There's no black chick famous porn stars.
Not one ever.
They're not that I can name, but I can name like 50 fucking white ones.
See, I can only name like 3 white ones.
Name them.
Alexis Texas.
Oh my god. Go ahead.
What? Is that too
That's
mainstream?
Old. That's just mainstream old. Go ahead.
She's like 28.
Okay, go ahead.
Not that I would know, but she's I don't know. Who's the other ones? Hold on.
What's that Jenna? What's the Jenna one?
Jenna Jameson.
Oh boy, you didn't just
From
go
like 25
mainstream
years
again,
ago.
did you? All right,
No, I don't know.
Keep going.
I honestly I don't know their fucking names. I
Okay.
don't know.
You got-
Oh wait, how about oh yeah, okay, I know this one. Susie Slime Cunt. Is that one?
No. All right, you want to hear the? Okay.
I'll think
You
of
got-
some more ones.
You got Gia Paloma. You got Gianna Michaels. You know what I'm talking about? Gianna Michaels, the thick bitch that like punches
Are
people.
you going in like alphabetical order?
No, I'm just talking. You got Sasha Grey, Ellie Sin.
Oh, Sasha Grey, I forgot about
Liz
her.
Vicious.
She was
You got-
famous. That's
Isn't
pretty.
she an actress now? Which
No,
one
no,
of
no,
them is
she-
like a famous like actual film actress now?
Who?
Well, Tracy Lord, we got coming in from the
Okay,
Peanut
fine.
Gallery.
Yeah, okay. No. And then you got who else
they
is out
don't
there
know
that's
who's
big
here.
right
I
now? Cherry Crush. You know all them fucking. These are what's pot on the line right
Why are
now.
you looking for me for like validation?
Come
I
on,
don't
you would know
fucking
porn. You're up to date. This guy doesn't watch porn,
This
obviously.
guy's got fucking 2 screens on his computer for a reason.
I got 2 screens on my computer, so
Yeah.
I can watch fucking white porn and black porn at the same time. And then
And,
also,
and you don't want you can't mix races in one monitor. That's
no.
not.
Plus,
that's
I
not
watched.
right.
Remember, I
Unheard of.
yeah, no. I believe in segregation.
Right.
There's
So
got to be some
there's
idiot
gotta-
out there
That
that's
extends.
so against
That
interracial
extends the
porn that
monitor.
they have
He's got
to
some.
every monitor.
He's got some old shit box monitor that says coloreds on it.
And I can't. I can't watch Japanese porn.
VGA cable.
I swear to God, dude, if I say I'm fucking jagging my dick off, right, and I'm watching porn, a Chinese, any Asian broad, I can't. I don't like them at all. I can't. I don't like it.
Asians freak me out. Can't do it.
No. I can't watch an Asian porn star and be turned on.
No, me either.
I need
Minecraft
somebody
dicks.
that.
I don't
No,
dig it.
I need a white girl that talks dirty.
Yeah.
That's what I need.
I very rarely watch the black chicks, but when I want to watch a black chick,
It's got to be a white dude.
no.
Oh, that's
Not
my rule.
necessarily.
That's my rule.
But if I want to watch a black chick, it's like an extremely like strong. I'm like, that's exactly what I want today for some whatever reason. I don't know why. You know what I mean?
So what you're
But,
saying
like,
is there's very
I'll
other
know.
complicated sets of variables that have to be involved. You wouldn't watch a black chick unless she was gargling on salt water while being fucked in the ass.
No.
by
What
a
he's,
dog.
what he's
no.
saying. What he's
It has
saying
nothing
is
to do with
that
that. It's just
when
once in
he
a while
wants
I just
to watch black chick porn.
Yeah.
He wants to watch black chick
and I know
porn.
for sure that that's what I want. Like,
what
and I
you
don't,
want.
once in a while you just wake up and you're like, hey, today's the day for a fucking fat girl 3-way.
now
You
and
know
then
what I
you wanna
mean?
be reminded
That's what's
they're all
going on
No, it's
today.
true.
And then some days you wake up, you're like,
No,
I'm fucking a black girl in my fantasies today, and I need the perfect POV video.
What are you doing over there?
Will you please?
Can you be quiet?
Yeah, you can't be over there fucking murmuring the whole show. Yes, you're right. Thank you.
Well, anyway,
What?
what were you just saying? Just tell me again, because I had something good coming up.
Every now and then he has.
that-
Oh,
you-
okay, right. No, that's how it is with me. Like today, I'm like vaginal sex. Ugh, gross. And then tomorrow I'm like, oh, I sure wish that some chick would let me finger her butthole. And then the next day I'm like, that's disgusting. It smells like shit. And then like the next day I'm like, oh, I just want somebody to suck my dick. And the next day I'm like, oh man, yeah, it's like I
it's
like
amazing.
Those
how-
old
it's-
bitches are really fucking sexy, even though they're
Yeah.
old and ugly. And then like, can you stop?
We're gonna have to bring you on mic in a second to make fun of you if you don't stop.
Christina.
However, no matter what I watch, as soon as I'm done, I'm disgusted.
Yeah, I wouldn't say disgusted, but like it's like a second later, it's hard to remember what you found appealing about it. You know, you're like,
no.
You're like, what?
There's a meme online that has like a perfectly like 18-inch pizza that's like so delicious looking.
I
and it
could
says,
not have imagined that "za" was going to be the end of that word.
no. And it says like it says
You got it, right?
No, it
Okay.
said porn before you come, and then the next one is like somebody took like an 18-inch pizza and like just smushed it up with their hands. It's all like disgusting looking, and it's like after you come, how porn looks. And it's true. You can watch porn, you can jag off, and then once you come, you're like, what the fuck am I doing? This is disgusting.
Am I the one who smells my hand afterwards?
Yes,
No.
I'm sure I'm not.
because
I
I've
have to check
Why would you smell your hand for?
just to make sure.
by the time I
Make
get
sure
around
what?
I don't know. You never scratch your balls and smell your hands?
by the time I get around,
Same thing. It's like the first thing I
Do you
do.
scratch your balls and smell your hands?
I don't know.
Vinny?
by the time I get around to,
He does.
hold on a second.
He does.
Hold on.
He does.
by the time I get around to masturbating, usually I've already smelled my balls like 75 times. So like I don't really bother afterwards.
I guess
Like,
I guess I should have specified.
He went over the
I
top
don't
with
wash
that.
my hands
That's
first
what-
or anything. Like the cum is still on my hands, and
and you smell it?
I smell the whole shebang.
What's it smell like? Bleach?
Really?
Wow! Yes.
Well, yeah, it's-
Fucking bleach.
It smells like chlorine.
Smells
gas.
like
Yeah, yeah.
bleach.
I thought I was the
everyone
only
knows.
one who's
No,
fucking
no,
cum
no,
smells like
no, no,
bleach.
no.
Everyone
That's
knows that.
everyone
Hold
knows
on.
that. To take your
I was going
fucking
to introduce you the second.
hold on,
time,
hold on,
but
hold on.
thank
No,
you.
no,
Hold
no.
on.
She needs to get in on this. She's a chick.
All right.
To take
Hold
your
on.
to take your cum from bleach to
I want
pineapple,
that
you need
timeout.
pineapple juice.
This girl
You
wants
guys,
to say
you guys,
something.
no.
What is
What
no?
I have
Shut
to
up!
say is
Shut up!
So much more
Shut up!
important.
Okay.
Okay,
hold
you
on.
go
Just-
first, and then
you
I'll let
guys-
her go. Go
When
ahead.
you said bleach, you brought a level of just
Validation.
no, not just validation. I was scared. I
Chlorine,
was like,
chlorine,
I was like,
chlorine.
Jesus Christ, I'm drinking too much fluoride.
Is my cum
It's
No, no,
killing
no, no,
me.
no,
no, yeah, yeah.
Like
That's
it
just how it
shouldn't
is.
Smell like this.
No,
I deal
dude.
With, I
I
deal
remember-
with sanitizer
Hey,
water at work.
what
at a
color
restaurant
is
every day. I'm like,
bleach?
this smells like my
Here,
fucking jizz.
you want to
There's
see
something
something
wrong with
funny?
me.
No, I validated you, and guess what else? If you come on a fucking blue bed sheet, it gets whiter. If you pour bleach on a bed sheet, it gets whiter.
So you
cum
guys
is like bleach.
I'm gonna let you speak now, but thank God I
right.
thought I was
High five,
like,
dude. How
I
about
thought
you?
I was- I
Do you
thought I was
concur? Do you
dying
concur,
or
Vinny?
something For like
Our host,
for the last 10 years, I thought I was dying.
do you?
I'm gonna let you finish,
Do you
but
concur?
What?
Does your fucking cum smell like bleach?
Yes, everyone's does. It's
Okay,
I mean,
okay, that's
you
all I
guys-
wanted to know.
Is that
He
common
was scared.
knowledge?
He thought
Yeah.
he was dying.
I didn't fucking know
He
that.
thought he
Nah,
was
nah.
dying till just now.
I never read like cum
I've-
smells like bleach.
I've heard plenty
No,
of
it does.
like
I've heard it tastes salty. I've heard
no,
it
no, no, no.
sweet.
I've
never
heard
how it smells.
plenty of like people like comedians have like joked about that. You know.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
you, girl, you've taken lots of cum to the face.
right, exactly.
Does
That's
it
what
smell
I
like
came on
bleach?
to talk about. No, never. In fact, it doesn't. I don't get that at all.
We're all dying.
Huh.
Yeah,
We're
I
all
don't-
dying.
No. That's
No,
like
no,
a common
if that's
reference
like-
I've
I was
heard in
gonna say, if
comedy
that's
for
like
sure.
What do you
Like,
think
all-
it
Yeah.
smells like?
Smells like, but that's what I was talking about. We were talking about like sitting in shame with the cum on your hands and everything.
No. What
No,
does,
no
shut
one-
up.
no
What's
one
it smell
said
like to
shame.
you?
Smell like I don't know.
Next time, smell it.
I'm gonna have to.
It's gonna smell
Yes.
like bleach.
It's got to.
Not like straight bleach. But
No,
like
not
pool
straight
water.
like bleach. Like, yeah, chlorine.
I said chlorine before.
Yeah, right.
That's what it
All
actually
these
is.
points we're hitting on is
It's not
exactly.
gonna taste like pool water.
No, it doesn't taste that way, but it
I've
smells
never
that way.
tasted it, but I've had it explained.
Okay,
No,
no.
I've
maybe I
tasted it.
have,
It doesn't taste like
but
chlorine. It doesn't taste.
He's talked about
it-
this on the show before.
it doesn't
He, for
taste
some
like
reason, licked his own cum off of a girl one time, and everybody else was like, "Why? That's not a thing."
It didn't
No.
taste like
Is that a
chlorine.
thing?
No,
Is that a
last
thing
week-
that you do?
God
That's
damn
not
it. No,
that's-
this is exactly what I was
It
talking
didn't
about.
taste like chlorine.
I made a guy taste his own cum. You've tasted your own cum because
Yeah.
you licked it off of a belly button that you moved
nothing
with your
wrong
tongue
with it, I
to the
guess.
vaginal
Whatever.
area.
I never got around to it.
It,
I
didn't,
don't
it doesn't
like a
taste
lick
like
a pussy
chlorine.
thing.
It does not. It tastes like nothing. It tastes like flavorless.
My cum
Oh,
tasted
it tastes
something,
like
but
it.
it
No,
wasn't
no,
bad.
no.
Oh,
No,
my-
it's. I mean,
I'm a smoker.
Bitter?
So-
I'm gonna say bitter, but I don't let it
Bitter?
touch the tip of my tongue or anything.
No. I've always
No.
heard
It's
sweet or salty.
Dude, all right, but it's
That's it.
different. It's different because she's getting it like straight down the throat most of the time. I'm
And
sure.
probably like a meth addict
you know,
or something.
how are you normally getting cum on your face, like in your
and you're
mouth?
not. And you're not.
Are you bothering to
You've
taste
never
it, or are you
smelled
just?
any chlorine at all?
Hold
Any
on, let's
sort
let
of-
her answer. Are you normally just like? Are you taking the time to really like? Analyze it, taste and smell, or are you just fucking just absorbing it, getting it down your gullet as fast as possible,
No.
Like,
'Cause
let's
I'm-
get this over with.
and then moving on to the next dick?
It's like a fine wine tasting.
No,
No,
seriously.
really.
Have you ever observed how it tastes and smells? Have
What's
you?
the-
Never.
Never? Why?
I'm like really into
do you
girls.
do you just shut that? Oh, you're a lesbo?
Whoa!
Are you really?
No.
So you never
But that would have
observed.
been a great plot twist.
So you never been like, wow, this guy's nut smells or this guy's nut taste, this nothing like that. This is a serious question. I really want to know. I'm not trying to be an asshole.
That's what I mean. Never.
People want to know what you think, girl.
Well, that's why I'm asking you. Normally, you probably just swallowing, right? If it's do you swallow or do you what's your preferred
no, that would
method?
have to be it. That's how I would do it. It's like holding your nose and taking cough medicine, right?
Let her answer.
Okay. Well, I'm not gonna let. I'm not exactly like. That's kind of like sad. That's whatever he's pantomiming over there.
What you got to describe it?
No, just you pull away and you let them jizz
You just pull away and just let him
He's-
jizz on your shoulder.
Yeah,
Oh God, this place is.
No, it's the cat. Yeah, it's fine.
it was the sexual energy.
So
in
what?
here.
So tell me what. So if you're never smelling it.
Shattering.
I mean, yeah. I mean, it might just be that when you're swallowing it too fast, it's like
No. I'm gonna. You know what? I'm gonna do some further. I'm gonna do some
She said
further
bitter.
research.
I've never heard bitter.
I've heard that.
I'm guessing you sucked a lot of dick, so you feel like an
Oh,
authority,
don't
but
talk
you've
to her
never
like that.
actually tasted a lot of cum. Like,
damn.
Bitter?
Jesus, have you ever seen a vagina Pizza Hut or like?
yeah.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm positive.
I've watched 3 human beings come out of fucking vaginas personally.
Dan's got a Pizza
Like
Hut.
an
hat.
alley,
and
or
I seeded those motherfuckers.
He's got an
myself.
army of humans that
I've
he's
got an
created with
army
his
of
dick.
humans at
with
my
his
fucking,
actually
conveyance
beautiful wife.
that he made with his
but-
fucking giant.
that I made with my giant sperm fucking ejecting dick.
I was just gonna say,
Wait, you
hold
met
on.
your wife at the
And I
gangbang
did
you
say,
were at, or
and
like?
I did say at one point I tasted my jizz, and it did not taste fucking bitter.
You tasted it too,
so
right?
that's almost like
It
that's almost
tasted
like that.
bland.
The
It was
40,
like
the
Polish
40-year-old
food.
virgin, like boobs feel like sandbags. This bitch is like jizz is bitter. Like no, like
It might
you
be.
know.
I've heard other girls say that.
Bitter?
There is a tart taste to it.
You probably just have sweet, delicious cum, and you've never heard that.
Yeah,
I
maybe
eat a lot
it
of
does.
pineapples.
Caramel.
I just can't
Do
stop
you?
thinking about spaghetti.
I've heard,
yeah.
I've,
I
I've
love
heard
pineapples.
that was conducive to delicious tasting cum.
Why do you think I eat a lot of
I want to go back to
pineapples?
the gangbang you met your wife and mother of your children at.
Are you talking to my friend Dan? What the fuck? You should probably not
I
do
mean,
that.
that's
come
where I met
from?
your mother. I mean, let's talk about it.
Damn.
Damn.
Dad?
That's where he met your mama at.
I gotta get another drink. Keep this going. You mediate this.
All right. Well, we should take a break actually soon because we can do another
No,
hour.
hold on. What are you talking about?
Oh, this is great.
We were going at it. It was
went,
great.
She just went at him for no reason.
Yeah.
Let's
Why'd
go.
you do that?
What? He's talking about how much dick I've tasted and all. Like,
Oh, that's true. It wasn't for no reason.
like I'm a 40-year-old virgin.
No,
like, I'm just
what
making all of my
I'm
sexual
sorry.
We were
Let me-
we
hold on,
really
hold
wanted
on,
a real answer
hold
from
on.
you.
Let
That's
me
why.
apologize. Just let me apologize and talk to her personally.
Not that this is a
What
whole
I meant to
pro-woman
say,
show.
what I meant to say is that I don't discredit your dick sucking ability or the fact that you have ever sucked dick, but maybe you just haven't tasted all the cum from all the dicks that you've sucked, so you've only got the bitter ones. Because I don't think that bitter is the large majority of taste profile in cum. And that's just that's
Well,
just
that's,
where
I
I'm
would
coming
say.
from.
I would say. I mean, I guess that's what I'm saying. Is like it never touches. You.
We're realists here.
You don't
We don't
let it
fuck
touch
around.
the tip of your tongue. So maybe I'm just getting.
Why don't you want to touch
I
the
think the bitter taste
No, no,
profile
no, no.
is in the back.
It-
bitter
No,
is
you're
in the
right.
back.
It's a myth.
Bitter's
It's
in
a
the
myth.
back.
It's a myth.
No, bitter and salty are in the back.
No,
sweet's in
no,
the
it's a
front.
myth. The tongue diagram is a myth. You taste all taste with every part of your tongue. That's
No,
a myth.
I don't think you can.
Bullshit. It's a myth.
Really?
We covered it
Maybe.
the other day. Yeah.
Well, then, you know, who knows?
Yeah, maybe I'm just not getting that. Like,
I didn't.
So
mean
you
to-
got no problem with
I
it
didn't
then?
mean
You
to
think
say
it tastes
you
great?
fucking slurm lots of cum. I just meant to
Yeah.
say that maybe the fucking cum that you've eaten
Did you
is
say
bitter, but
slurm?
slurm. It's addictive. But anyways, but you know, maybe
Is that a fucking
maybe
Futurama?
just whatever. You know, it was bitter. Whatever you had was bitter, but that's unfortunate because maybe you'd like it.
My cum smells like bleach.
That's
That's
what
what we're-
my
that's
cum
what we're
smells
talking
like.
about.
But she said she never smelled it. So then we moved on to taste.
We
Yeah,
can
but
help
what do
her
you-
out with that.
What do you think?
We can. Blind study, you know.
Blind study,
I'll just
damn
jizz
right.
into a cup and be like, hey, guess what?
What do you think bleach tastes like?
Bleach.
Pool
Bleach
water.
tastes.
Out.
Would anybody be willing
No
to taste a
water.
little bit of bleach? A
Ble-
little
no,
tiny
no,
bit
no, no.
won't kill you. I've got some
It
bleach.
would have to be
Scent.
majorly.
Will you taste
no,
some?
No. Scent and taste are hand in hand. So if you
It
smell
smells
something,
like it
you know
tastes
how
like.
it tastes. So if you know what I'm saying? So hey, if my nut smells like bleach and bleach smells like bleach, I'm pretty sure they taste the same. Weird and mellow and deadly.
Yeah, but if you have some guy's pubic hairs rustling against your nose and the sweat smell from that is going straight up your nostrils while cum is being shot down your throat, it might have a whole different taste.
Yeah,
That's what I'm
right,
saying.
right.
I don't know. If
That's what you're saying, huh? You
That's
just
all
agree
she
with-
was trying to tell us.
Really, I'm kind of getting at
She
that. 'cause
might
I
be
don't know.
feeling, she might be tasting her emotions. Bitter.
Frigid
The
doesn't have a
Thursday
taste.
evening overdose.
Thursday evening overdose.
The Thursday evening overdose. The Thursday evening overdose.
Damn it.
Shut up.
All right, well,
Can't buy a bucket.
Can't buy a bucket. I forgot about that
we
one.
did all the NBA Jam jokes
Did
last week.
we didn't do can't buy a bucket. We forgot about that one. Let's go to break. Let's come back. Let's talk about some cool shit.
I wish that you would not say that we're going to break because it's so much
Why?
cooler when the music just comes on and I like turn it up a little bit and we wait for a natural moment to pause the conversation and then we're like, all right, we'll be back in a few minutes.
I agree.
Dan thinks so. So you see me,
break because then everyone just
Yeah.
bails.
right?
You don't want
Exactly,
everyone to bail.
and it loses the steam.
Well, if you bail, you're a bitch.
I always listen. I just take my
You're a
headphones off.
bailing bitch. Why? The fucking music's good.
Well,
I'm
unless
thinking the last guy whose dick I sucked, it was salty. It wasn't bitter. Like I'm trying to like reflect on that now.
Again,
and
it's all about your emotions.
Let's get the. Can we get the? I want you to think long and hard about this in the break, okay? And I want a full report afterwards because we need. You're the source. All right.
You guys
folks,
are
this is the-
discrediting. You guys
this-
are really discrediting
All right,
the
folks.
movement.
This is the Thursday evening overdose. We're gonna be back. I gotta go smoke a cigarette.
Stop discrediting the
I'm
movement.
addicted.
I'm just kidding. I'm just gonna apologize on air.
We're back.
Yes. And last hour we covered how nut smells like bleach, I think. In this hour, we're gonna take some. We have a guest here with concerns. Do you have concerns?
She's not a guest. She comes here all the time.
Yeah.
I don't have concerns.
Does she
I-
have concerns?
This is our friend
What-
Shannon. She came to the
Do you,
show.
have a radio name?
a radio name like the
Yeah,
Earthling.
make one up right
you can
now.
call me Pugs, dude.
is
Pugsley
it?
Tip Toppington. Pugs.
Pugs. We can call her Pugs.
So we brought her to the show because I heard that she hates police,
I hate police too.
and I figured we might be able to agree on some things. Is this true that you hate police?
Yes.
That's the
I
main
fucking
reason
hate
you're here.
police.
And it's not often that you find a girl who has committed to that. Most of the time,
Yeah,
it's
most
us.
girls are like, I get away with everything.
It's us men who get arrested all the time. That's but a lot of times the women aren't as hardcore about it. But she says she hates cops.
Fucking hate them.
Would you kill a cop?
I would kill it.
Would you run a cop over when he pulls me over?
Oh, yes.
So if I'm pulled over and the cop's at my window, you'll run him over.
I would do
Okay,
that.
hey.
Yeah. I would do that.
I'd appreciate that because that's what I've been trying to get going around here.
Well,
for
that's
so long.
yeah. I mean, we've got a little buddy system thing we're working on.
Oh,
But so I thought it might be interested to get into that a little bit, and I'd like to see why it is that you use the word hate. Why do you hate police?
I think we kind of covered this last week too. I mean, I just don't understand the purpose of a law enforcing body in a free society, right? Doesn't that seem counterintuitive?
Well, to a lot of other people, now just to play the devil's advocate and what people say to me all the fucking time, including people I like, which makes me hate them. In fact, there's a certain person who I'm having a hard time speaking with right now because they have some views that I consider to be extremely insensitive to me, which is that like police and prosecutors have some redeeming qualities in their personal lives, which I find laughable. They're just animals that should be slaughtered to me.
Yeah, absolutely. And
To me.
in my opinion, you know, a cop can go home with his wife and play with his children, but he's still a fucking class traitor at the end of the day doing corporate world dirty work.
Class traitor.
Yeah.
Yes,
So
good.
class traitor.
that's true, I guess.
Yeah,
And
no, they're a middle class fucking. They hate on their own.
if
Have you
you're
ever
if you're
seen-
talking about financial, but if you talk about social, they have their own social class, which ties into a lot of other perks. So
Absolutely.
they might not be the same, tier of society.
So it's
as
like I'm
us.
making $30,000 a year like you, but I don't have to pay full price for lunch or anything else.
Ooh, I have a fun story too. One of my buddies is like like a full time server and everything, and we went into like a Denny's like super late at night, and he saw some cops that I didn't see right off the bat, which is kind of ridiculous because I'm really good at spotting cops. And we sit down, and he's like, there's one time I was working at Kona, and these cops came in, and their entire bill was comped, and they didn't leave a tip. Fuck the police. Like.
No,
I could
that's true.
I could think of a lot of other things than not tipping though to get angry.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
That's
I think
funny-
it's just like a
You're
cherry
supposed
on
to charge
top.
them half, and then they don't even say thank you. They say they might even complain. They're such cocksuckers. I worked at a restaurant. We gave all the cops half off, and they just came in and acted like cocksuckers the whole time, like they deserved more than half price. Which means that we're losing money, guaranteed. Once you go past 60%, now you're giving them 50%. Now you're losing money on that.
But they put their lives on the line
They put their
for
lives
your
on the
and my
shit.
safety.
Their lives are worthless.
We've covered on this show a couple of times the fact that just going by the numbers, the cops aren't even in like the top 20 of most dangerous jobs in this country.
No,
You know,
electrician
they're-
is number one. I
Yeah,
think.
we've done the list before. You
like,
can
what
go
the
find
fuck?
it. The point is, they walk around with this, hey, we're the protectors. We got our lives on. No, exactly. Like, those 20 other jobs that people just think of as, hey, just guys out there doing their jobs, making 60, 80 grand a year, or whatever.
Right.
They're not walking around society acting like a fucking
Yeah.
gang,
right.
and
I'm in the electricians union, motherfucker. Pow.
you know who the fuck I am,
Innocent.
bitch? Hey, come here. Let me talk to you. Come here. I'm an electrician. Like, yeah, okay.
Not happening.
You got old copper wiring in your house? No.
And I bet more electricians get shot by cops than die from fucking electricity. I can probably guarantee that.
I don't even remember if electrician was one of them.
No,
but
electrician
whatever.
is
Some type of
electricians
electrician,
get paid
whatever.
like
Yeah.
55, 65 bucks an hour, dude. It's super dangerous.
Anyways,
I was
there-
in the union for like 10 for a few years, and my boss, who was in the union for 15 years, Scott, said he saw 2 guys die, electricians, in his whole career. You know what I mean?
Right.
That's dangerous.
And a lot of cops in a lot of towns in this country will never see somebody die the whole time. They could be on the force for 25 years. How many times have you heard a cop
The
say,
force.
"Oh, I only
see what you just said.
Yeah.
They can be on the force.
Because hey, man, I know
What
the lingo.
fuck?
Hey, I
The
know
force. What
that's-
a weird thing.
That's how I talk, dude.
You're on welcome to the police force.
Look, that's just how I talk.
We
I
force people to do things.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Okay, I see your point.
Oh yeah, that's what I was getting
I
at.
thought you were just making fun of me.
No,
but,
I wasn't making fun of you.
But
The force.
right.
He's
Yeah.
on the force.
Police force.
Right.
That's a good point. But I've
You're
heard.
gonna pass that blunt.
I've heard. Yeah, I will. I've taken one hit. The customary for the person who rolls the blunt is like 9. So leave me alone. So I've heard plenty of cops say, and as anybody has, oh, I was on the force for X amount of years. I only pulled my gun once, and it was blah blah blah. You know what I mean? A lot of cops, if you're not in some kind of fucking task force or whatever bullshit, a lot of them just really don't have the lives
Revenue
that
agents.
a lot of them don't have the lives they lead you to believe that are
Revenue
this
agents.
dangerous and action
They're
packed.
just writing tickets.
Yeah, I mean, and some of them do, some of them don't. But I guarantee you, probably more cops than not. I would bet that more than half the cops in this country work their whole career without seeing anybody fucking shot to death right in
Or
front of him
use-
or anything, or shooting anybody else or any of this crazy shit. You know, whatever. I want to get back to what Shannon said originally here, that there's no purpose or no whatever legitimate purpose for like a law enforcement.
A law
What?
enforcement
How did you word it?
agency. Yeah, there's
law
no
enforcement agency.
in a free society.
What did you mean by that?
That I don't understand how you can proliferate the fucking myth that your country is free when you have an entire body in every state, in every county, in every township enforcing the laws that you've put into place. That's not free. it's actually really funny.
Well, and I guess
My
The-
favorite,
but
you know
the
what my
com-
favorite is? Tickets for lighting fireworks off on the 4th of July. That's my favorite. It's
And
like, hey,
that's-
what are you doing over there? Oh, I'm just trying to celebrate my freedom. Like, hell you are.
Right.
Just $500 ticket. Like, wait a minute. Why am I out here blowing off these fireworks?
is that a relatively safe amount of gunpowder?
Yeah, You try
So-
to celebrate your freedom and you get ticketed. For
Now,
it.
I had this conversation the other day where somebody said, okay, so should there just be no court system? And I thought for a
Yeah,
second,
there shouldn't be.
and here's what I said. I'm like, considering that 95% of the shit they do is harmful, yeah, I guess so. I guess I would rather have it be a free-for-all than what we have now. Because, yeah, no, it's not, we can't sit here and pretend that there isn't some value to the deterrent factor. And, you know, because, yeah, if there's no legal system whatsoever, it is true, there's going to be mayhem in certain aspects, but people are also going to learn to defend themselves
Well,
real fucking quickly.
no.
And there's
you think
eventually
that
gonna,
people
but
don't home invade my neighborhood on my block because they're scared of the cops? They do it
some-
because
yes,
they don't know.
actually,
no.
sometimes,
Well,
yes.
a lot of them don't know who I am, don't know what I got,
Sure,
don't know what
exactly.
my neighbors
Exactly,
got.
exactly.
It's
Yeah, yeah.
not going to go far
No,
from
I'm
that.
talking about
You're not
certain
going to say,
things.
oh, well, there's no cops, I'm going to go rob those rich people. You don't know those rich people don't have AKs. They're rich.
I
Well,
understand that.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, totally. But
They got it.
But there's plenty of situations where walking down a main street in a small town, you might knock the shit out of an old lady and take what she's got because, you know, there's no possible consequence or whatever. You know what I mean? So there is that.
Sure.
But that's not, I mean, that's not something to just skirt around. So there, I'm just introducing that angle to the argument. you know?
Right.
So
But I mean, in general, like we discussed this kind of a little bit last week when we had.
But I'm also, but I want to reiterate though, I'm just saying that as devil's advocate kind of thing. I'm the one who originally said I'd rather have that shit going on, but not the fucking harmful effect that 95% of the court system has, mind you, plus the fact that most people who get into doing more serious crimes at some point in their life have been put through the legal system for minor infractions that
Well,
didn't hurt
you know what,
anyone
you're making me-
beforehand. So, I mean, if you took all that out of the fact, I don't know, man. I mean, you might have a lot lower crime rate without the court system.
Well, check
in
it
place,
out. You know what you just made me think of? Democide.
Democide.
Governments
Government
killed
killing, yeah.
more people unnatural death than any other purpose, any other reason in
Yeah,
history.
death by
government.
well, by
No, death
specifically
by government, and it doesn't even
Hold on,
count
hold on.
other
Specifically-
countries you kill. It only counts killing your own populace.
Yes, that's what I was gonna say. I could define it really simply as
Sure.
it's persecuting either like the entire populace or segments of a populace
Right.
that are under the rule of a certain government is the leading cause
of death.
of premature death.
Unnatural death.
Of unnatural death.
And for the last 100 years,
God
you had-
damn it! Let me finish a fucking sentence. In the 1900s, right?
No, in the last 100 years. Yeah, last 100 years. Right. Okay, sure. In the last 100 years, more people have died from their own governments killing them than any other reason ever. There's no other reason people die more than their government's killing them. So then you say, well, anarchy, we can't have anarchy. Well, why not? Let's just try it and see if it doesn't kill everybody, because
I didn't say
what
that.
we got right now
I didn't
kills
say
them.
that. I want to
That's
be
what
fair.
I'm saying.
I want to be
No,
fair.
that's what I'm saying.
I know, but I want to present the point to be fair to the listener who is thinking that, who's going, "Hey, you can't just take that stuff away." So let's work through that. Is
But
what I'm
no,
saying.
the point was, it's not ridiculous to say let's not have no government, because
I agree.
maybe less people would die.
I agree.
Because
I
they
agree.
kill everybody.
I agree.
That's all.
Yeah, I completely
And not
agree.
only that, but
Let's try it
when
for
you
once.
really look at the point of like people who are gonna like run down a fucking old lady and like steal her shit, the main variable there is poverty. And the fact that the government is artificially creating this poverty to enforce and create a prison population that they gain profit from is huge. Because when you look at countries that are prosperous, their fucking prisons don't work anything like ours. Their prisons,
like Sweden,
their
where they have fucking
prisons
recording
are about
studios and it's
actual
like a hotel.
rehabilitation, where if you do, make if you have an infraction on your fucking record and you go to jail, half the time you don't even have to spend the night there. You report there in the morning and you check out at night. You go home, you sleep with your fucking
It's
family.
a rehabilitation
because
center.
they're not trying to take you away from your family. They're not trying to have you be raped. They're not trying to fucking. They
want to rehabilitate
none
you
of that
and
is a
teach you.
culture of their prisons. Our prisons are just a fucking
Nightmare.
sham. It's a nightmare.
Go meet more criminals and you'll be back soon, and we get fucking $1,500 a day for
they
you.
will make us all poor just so they can put us all in prisons, which will make us go out and fucking mug old ladies because we have no other fucking means to feed ourselves or to feed our fucking children.
That's what I was saying before. Is right. Like a lot of people who are kind of making a lot of assumptions about the way that the legal system works when they ask, like, well, what would you just do? Take it all away? Like,
Yeah.
I think I would.
Yeah, I think I would.
You know,
And that's not. There's no dispute there. There's no contest there, because we were talking about this with Morgan last week. People are always talking about, oh, but if you made all of the drugs legal, then everyone would be addicted to heroin.
No.
If you make prostitution legal, not everyone's gonna fuck a prostitute on like a daily basis.
pretty much gonna be the same
They're already
people.
here.
Yeah, exactly. And the other thing that gets me is like I like barely know you. It's still like your back. Like just because you're good, decent human beings. Like I think that is like a decent.
You really don't know us. Well, at least me.
It's just a driving force. Like I had this discussion. Whatever.
Conclude. Continue.
I had a discussion with a fucking like bagger at Sorry, dude.
She's hitting a blunt,
And
by the
Ultra
way,
Food.
just so you know why she's paused. So
And we had to have a
violently.
discuss. We had to have like
It was a violent pause.
It was a violent pause.
it was aggressive.
Yeah.
I got everyone a little bit roughed up.
So you're talking to the bagger.
I'm talking to my friend, and I say something to the effect of like, yeah, but fuck the police. And the guy kind of laughs. He's like, yeah, fuck the police. I'm like, right. And he's like, well, but they have some good points, good things that they're doing. And he was like, yeah,
They come when everything's over. They come when everything is done.
exactly.
Most of the time.
Actually, the point he
Count
made
bodies.
was like, what if you're dead in your apartment and no one knows about it? You live alone and everything. And I'm like, or you hurt yourself in your apartment and no one comes. I'm like, but dude, isn't it like
Why would a cop come?
Right, exactly.
Nobody's
Fucking
coming.
Nobody's
jerking off while
And
you're
not only
laying
that,
there with your
neighbor's
broken
gonna
leg.
come.
Why would a cop come?
say
Nobody.
you-
See, this is the problem.
Let me say this though.
Right. Okay.
You, Vinny,
That was a good joke, and it not just
I
It was
didn't. Dude, I'm
hilarious.
sorry. I didn't.
I
I was gone. I was
Exactly.
focused
All right,
on
go ahead.
another point. I'm sorry. You know how this radio thing works. It's weird.
Cops
Anyway.
busting nuts. Hilarious.
So now, somebody kills your friend, right? Who knows who killed him? The cops or you? You know what I'm saying? And you're like, oh, well, the cops comes like, who would have killed him? You're like, I don't know. And then behind their back, you're like, you know who did it. It was fucking JJ over there. Like, I mean, why not let just things happen? Why not? You're the one that solves the crime because you know who did these things, who robbed your friend and who did this, and they call the police and they're like, well, who robbed you? And it's like, well, I don't know because I'm a drug dealer and I don't want to fucking be weird. I mean, without police, we can handle things fine. We know who does stuff to us, the people that know us. Duh.
All right.
I was just gonna say, like, people have.
Am
like,
I right or wrong?
Vigilante justice leaves a bad taste in a lot of
No,
people's
it doesn't
mouths.
leave a bad taste
This
in
is
my
what it
mouth.
is.
But
tastes
it
great. It tastes
but that's because
tastes
that-
like bleach.
That's because.
Or bitter, like my general demeanor.
Hold on. That I'll tell you why though. You say vigilante justice leaves a bad taste in people's
I
mouth.
like it.
Let me tell you, because people's perception right now is based on the fact that they perceive some sort of
there we go.
legitimacy in the official.
Bye, bro.
All right, bye, Dan. Dan's leaving.
Dan's
Hands
leaving,
on
bye.
there.
They perceive some sort of legitimacy in the official legal process in the first place. So if you can get past that intellectually and end that the whole notion in your mind, then there is no vigilante is a useless term. Vigilante is just like an insulting part of language. To
You're
me,
trying to
that's
defend
like
yourself, you vigilante.
Vigilante
You
is
better not try to defend yourself, vigilante.
well, that's like the N word of my political philosophy.
Right.
That's like a vigilante's like it's such a fucking insulting thing to say. Like, well, it's not. I guess the connotation that it has is insulting. The word itself just has a
No, it's
definition.
ridiculous.
Whatever. But it's like the idea that's like a dangerous weird thing is that like you decide something
Who
you know
should decide?
rather than this court system which
Right.
is so clearly flawed and so obvious. I mean, every average fucking idiot TV head walking down the street can tell you, oh yeah, the court system is just like a churning machine of misery that largely just hurts people more than it helps them, and everybody really fucking knows that.
And
it's,
you watch-
it's not,
But that's-
you know,
it's the
And
same
you know
thing
what
with-
else? No, hold on.
But-
You watch videos online of people at like murder trials where the murderer gets dismissed, and then the family runs up there and tries to kill the murderer, and it's like, why shouldn't
wish-
they? And why? And then the state's officials are stopping them from murdering that guy. It's like, hey, they know that guy did it. You know why? Because they were probably standing out front too, and they saw him. You know what I'm saying? When it comes down to like who kills who, you are always there with your friends that get killed by the people you see, and then you go to the state takes their fucking place in prosecuting a fucking suspect, even though everybody know who killed the motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? You know who killed
Everybody
the
on the
motherfucker.
block know who killed
You know
JJ.
who killed the motherfucker. Everybody know who killed JJ. Everybody knows it. You know what I'm saying? So the police are fucking insufficient in that aspect as well when it comes down to that. When you have-
Inefficient.
Inappropriate.
Oh, I'm sorry,
Inappropriate.
I
Maybe inappropriate.
did you say inefficient?
Inefficient.
Oh, okay.
No, inappropriate. No, you don't need fucking police, dude. You know who fucking hurts your friends?
Right.
I grew up. I grew up around crime. When crime happened, I was like, well, these three friends of mine, Mark, Steve, and Bob, went and they robbed that guy. They told me they were going to do it, and they did it. You know what I'm saying? So when like you don't need cops, we can all work on it ourselves. But then I guess we'll be in like big gangs on different parts of the city, probably shooting each other without cops. But I don't think that would be the case neither, because it'd be like they don't come over here fucking with me now.
Well, no, the point you made before was really good because when you push this back a little bit and you look at it through the telescope, you had the word democide. So, I mean, if you talk about removing government as a whole, you're talking about removing the number one cause of unnatural death in the past 100 years.
Yes, you remove it. And
that's
guess what?
why- that's-
Gangbangers are still going to kill gangbangers. Regular people are still going to kill their fucking cheating wife. Cheating fucking wives is still going to kill their motherfucking husbands with poison and think it's a good idea, like moron girls. And you know what else?
Morons.
Yeah.
Fucking morons.
All you do is eliminate the number one killer.
The number one
Get rid
cause
of
of
the
death.
number one cause of death of everybody.
Yeah.
And it will be a lot better. I'm not saying that
I'll
your
tell you what.
gangbangers won't shoot gangbangers and I won't run over black people that try to fucking get insurance claims off me when they dive in front of my car in the city twice in my life.
Oh yeah, no, he's right. It's driving around here is just a fucking obstacle course.
It's an obstacle course
of
of black people
of just
jumping out in front of your
cars, yeah.
fucking car
What
trying
a-
to get your insurance money. I had one. I wasn't even fucking moving. I was stopped at a red light. I was on Madison Street and I was on Madison and Wells. And this broad, this black chick, she was like 58 years old, jumps on my fucking hood. Like, jumps on it. Like, dives on my hood. I'm not even moving. Oh, my God, you fucking hit me. And I'm like, listen, fuck you. I wasn't even moving. You know what I mean? I was like, fuck you. Take your scam somewhere else, right? And then I had
didn't
like...
happen. There's no
I-
way this
no, this
happened.
happened.
No, I've actually seen this happen.
This
Yeah.
happened. And
I've seen
See,
this happen at the
I
swimming
was
pool. I
moving.
swear to God,
You
I saw a guy.
actually-
I saw a guy jump on an SUV.
Yeah.
we were waiting to get
They
picked
do
up at
this
the
all the
swimming
time,
pool.
man. They get the money, man.
Yeah, I was in Arizona when I was a kid visiting my grandparents, and we're waiting for one of them to come pick us up. And this dude, and he was an African American gentleman.
Thank you,
and
Vinny.
he walks out.
There's nobody willing to do that except black people in this country. I promise
Dude,
you.
oh my
I said
god,
that. No,
what?
hold on,
No,
listen.
white people are scummy too.
Everybody's
No,
got to.
but no, I'm not
Hey,
being
hey,
racist. I'm
everybody,
just saying-
shut the fuck up. I need to be able to finish a goddamn sentence once in a while.
This is a...
Calm the fuck down. All right. Listen to me.
Vinny's done.
Yes.
I'm standing at the fucking swimming pool. Okay. I'm like 12, and my two sisters are there, and we're waiting for one of our grandparents to come pick us up. and this guy who was actually he was a black dude, and he was like fucking nice clothes, like I don't know, you know how you just see somebody who's rich and you just see that, I don't know what
Nice
it was.
wool
Yeah, it was
jacket.
just like he had nice fucking clothes. I'm like, that guy looks good, and he had like a watch and a necklace and shit, and he walks out. And you could see the car. I mean, I saw the whole thing come from a mile away. I'm like, is this guy gonna walk right in front of that fucking car? Because he just like never broke his gate. I mean, you could clearly see the car, and he just jumps perfectly on the hood, and he fucking broke the windshield, went through it with his back, and it like spider webbed. You know what I mean? And jumps off and starts like screaming and rolling around on the ground, and ambulances come and everything. There's a huge argument. I was just a kid, so I didn't know enough to be suspicious of a black man jumping on a car at the swimming pool. I didn't process it. I didn't process it till later in life. I was like, hey, that guy was doing it. But so anyways, it's a common enough thing that I've seen it happen.
And the funny part about you said that he was well dressed, the chick that jumped on my hood and said that I hit her jumped on my hood like fucking full spread eagle and grabbed like the top of the hood where the fucking windshield meets the hood. She was well dressed too. She had like a fucking mean coat on.
All right. Anyways, let's get back to the.
No, it's funny that both of these people were well dressed.
How did we get to that from?
Jesus,
How did
I
we,
have no idea, you goddamn libertines.
Yeah.
What the fuck is this? Okay, right. But the point is, nobody has ever had a pleasant encounter with a fucking police officer. Like, if you have had like a relatively,
see, that's not the argument though. They do good things. That's not the argument.
When do they do good things?
Okay, it's just not. It's just
Tell
stupid.
me when they do
it's
good
just
things.
stupid to say that they don't. Because
okay, no,
it
or
doesn't-
if they
it's just-
so say they've had a pleasant.
No, what do they do that's
they've
good?
Even,
I
no,
wanna
no,
know.
no,
Oh my
wait.
God, dude, there's
even if they've
there's-
had a pleasant encounter with a police
stop
officer,
acting like. Hold on.
nobody is comfortable in front of them. Nobody
I
even.
get
It's
no,
just
I
weird.
get that, but let's refine the argument. Look, I'm the most anti-cop person in the fucking world.
But
I
why?
like when they die, when they get hit. It's fucking
Me
on the
too.
side of the highway. I like laugh about it. I hate them, but it's stupid to say they never do anything
What
good.
did they do good?
Oh my God, really?
Okay, no,
Yeah,
he's,
I actually want.
okay.
I challenge
All right,
you.
Oh my
no, and
God.
I challenge
he's
you to say
making this
one
like
thing.
really good point, so I'm going to address it anyway.
Like a cop has never stopped anyone who was trying to hurt someone else.
Yeah, of course.
unjustly.
Okay,
I mean, it's
No,
just-
it always happens before they show up. They just show up
Oh
and
my
mop
God!
it up.
Oh my God!
Listen,
Just
that's
stop.
not
Yeah.
the truth. People are rescued from fucking sex dungeons by police officers.
right,
Okay?
exactly. I mean,
like it's not.
There are singular good actions that they commit. They might
On
rescue.
accident.
No,
No,
not
it-
on accident.
And after they
See,
save all of
that's the thing is if you
You have to
reduce
acknowledge-
if you reduce yourself to pretending they're like a bunch of like ravenous demons, then no one will listen to you, So this is the point that I'm trying to get to is that it's silly to say they never do anything good because you can intellectually
It's silly to say
stop.
anybody does anything good.
I don't give a
ever.
shit. Stop.
Yeah, everybody does.
I don't
something
give a
good
shit.
At some
Stop.
point.
You can intellectually say that they do good things and still make the logical point that they're a bad organization that does much more harm than good.
Well,
That's
yeah,
the point.
you just have to
So,
acknowledge.
I mean,
that
you can't just what? You can't just put your head in the sand and go, nothing ever, no, not most evil
I
thing
actually
ever.
no. I just challenged you to
very-
say what is one thing that they do that's good.
It's a
all I said.
retarded challenge. And we just told you
Anything,
like six
anything,
things.
any fucking thing.
And we just gave you a bunch of examples.
No, you didn't give me an real examples.
okay, but you can't.
You think no person has ever been like saved from having harm come their way by a cop who was there in the right place in the right time.
place,
you know?
right time,
They
in the
d-
nick
it's
of
like,
time, kind
dude,
of like.
there's plenty of things. It's just retarded. It's just
I
a
don't think
stupid
so.
point.
No, I've never seen many cops save.
All right,
this
well, we'll
from
agree to
happening.
disagree then.
I've seen videos of crimes happening, but I never saw cops there when it was happening. I've never seen.
No,
cops
no cop
prevent-
has ever done anything good on
Possibly.
duty. I mean, no,
Come
it's
on.
no. This is what I'm trying to tell you, dude. We can't. I can't spend any more time on it. Can you? I mean, can you explain
okay,
it
so
to
let's.
him?
You know what? It's okay. So
Nothing to
anyway,
explain.
it's
They don't do
gonna-
anything good. Anything that's happening could be handled by the people around you, because you're a person and you have friends and.
Okay, but that doesn't mean that they didn't do the good thing that other people could have done.
Sometimes they do.
That's
Some
all I'm
weirdos.
fucking saying.
Yeah, well, that's like
They're gonna
weird.
they're gonna 99% of the time be harassing basically innocent people who are just trying to go about their lives and not really fuck with anyone else.
No, I'm
and
sure
then
there's
that one
cops
that 1% of the time, hang on, that 1% of the time they're going to respond to a call that's, hey, somebody's trying to break into my house, and they are going to do a good thing for somebody.
No, don't get me wrong. There's cops that become cops, career cops, and they're in like South Dakota, and it's like they live their whole career not doing anything bad. Well, basically because there's nothing going on.
Because there's nobody to fuck with.
There's nobody to fuck with, and it's like I mean, those are good guys.
Some of them,
you know what I'm saying?
and
But, like,
some of them are
when
country
you're, like,
people that
when you're indoctrinated into a city police force, you are fucking sick in the head.
Right.
You have to assimilate to everything.
I get that, but
look
what
at
I
police.
what,
Look at what is that?
Hold
shit?
on,
What's
can we
that
just
shit?
dispense of the original point, which was
Dispense.
yes, which was. You know, they do good things, because the average cop's argument is always like, well, tell them about the baby you saved from the building the other day. It's like, okay, I get you do that, but my point is, yes, that shit could be done without you having the power to fuck with every goddamn buddy everywhere all the fucking time.
Well, in big cities, that's what you have. You
that's
don't
what
have
I'm saying.
There are police out in the rural areas, but in the big cities, the police are fucking revenue agents. You know that.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, but no
Will
one's
you
like,
just admit that they do incidentally do some good acts, singularly, some good, you know what I mean?
If some jagoff
I
parked
need
in the
you to
fucking,
be. I need you to be on the same page about that, because you need to fucking have that in your arsenal when somebody's like, "Well, what if a cop that does this?" And you got to be able to say, "No, it's okay that they do some good acts, but 99% of what they do is basically immoral." And the agency and the fucking the structure, the power structure that allows them to make those bad choices, to be immoral, even though they're supposedly just following in order, they're still the boots on the streets,
Actually,
enacting
I think
enacting the immoral will of the
Go ahead.
state. Thank you. And you know, you have to have that in your arsenal, because that is part of the logical argument is, hey, cops aren't all bad. So you have to be able to explain to people why, even if they're not constantly always doing always bad things, they're overall a bad organization that can't fucking operate in a civilized society for much longer.
I
you
think
know?
that people's
angle are
minds
you
after
coming
they
from?
do something bad to somebody for whatever reason, whatever it came up to, money, drugs, whatever, any sort of reason you had to do something really bad to somebody, I think that you're better at healing and making yourself better on your own inside your own mind than going into their system. Fact.
I know.
No
Who
one's
are you
even
arguing
like,
with? Yeah,
that's what we're like, the
Yeah.
point we're arguing is that they we can suffice without their few
Yes,
and far
yes,
between
yes,
good
yes, yes.
actions. Okay, so he's got it. We're
That's
good.
why I've been.
He agrees.
I hate them.
Okay,
They're useless.
You're just not listening
Okay.
to him.
Yeah,
He's
no,
just
no,
not
that's
whatever.
not
He's
what's
just
happening.
not going to acknowledge the
So-
point. Go ahead and move
all right.
on. What did
so,
you?
God, what kind of weird shit are you talking about?
No, you're just not acknowledging the point that I was making.
Okay,
I
so
don't-
I brought
I just talk. You know that.
Okay,
Well,
so I brought
okay.
some really cool articles to the show
No,
this
you
Thursday.
didn't.
I swear to God, I did. There's a couple good ones.
I have no idea what's happening.
Okay, noted. So, do you want to start off with Tanzanian albinos being murdered by witch doctors for the
Go ahead.
parts of their body?
Shannon's still in her prohibition period, or probation, prohibition. She's still in her prohibition.
And wearing
probation.
a flapper dress and telling everyone to put down the booze.
Yeah, let's see what kind of shit she brings to the show.
Okay,
What do you
so,
got?
Okay, Tanzania albino murders. More than 200 witch doctors arrested. Okay, and then there's a really disgusting picture of a number of what I'm assuming are Tanzanian albinos. Ugh.
It'll be
Ugh,
funny.
creepy.
It'll
It's
be
really
funny if
weird.
like all the people that arrested them had little ass heads.
I'm looking at a picture of.
Did they shrink their heads?
Little ass heads. Okay, whatever. Okay, so the point is, more than 200 witch doctors and traditional healers have been arrested in Tanzania in a crackdown on the murder of albino people. The killings have been driven by the belief, advanced by some witch doctors, that the body parts have properties that confer wealth and
Yeah,
good
that's going
luck.
on. That's going on all over Africa. There'll be these weird beliefs that, like, hey, you know, the fucking certain bone of this kind of person you grind it down and it cures your AIDS or whatever.
Yeah,
it cures
right.
your fucking
Okay, so-
bush. What is that shit you get from eating bush meat? Oh, that's Ebola.
Ebola.
Yeah, yeah.
Hey, paint your
whatever, you know.
paint your barn mummy.
Dude, someone got Ebola and is coming back to the States like today.
Yeah, we've talked about
Who gives
Ebola
a
all the
shit?
time.
Ebola ain't gonna
yeah.
kill nothing. I drink.
It's not going anywhere.
You think Ebola would enter my system, become immediately drunk, and then just die?
Ebola would just get into him and just be like,
Get in here and be like, oh
I'm
my
just
god,
gonna
I'm fucking
fucking-
are we supposed to like kill this guy, or are we supposed to just lay down and just like drink this?
"I'm gonna just like lay down and
I'm just gonna
fucking
lay down.
eat some of this grease." That's
Eat
just-
some of this
this
grease.
guy's body's basically just made of grease. It's weird. I'm not sure
And then
what's
I'm
going
gonna
on in
fucking-
here.
And then I'm gonna slam a fifth of fucking vodka in like 2 hours, and Ebola's just gonna be like, "Oh my god!" I'm like, "You, dude, give me an Ebola fucking patient. Let me inject them with fucking 4 ounces of vodka mainline. They're cured." You can't survive in this alcohol habitat. Only I can. I developed a tolerance.
Okay, so this is going on all over Africa though. Like they're fucking just killing people for weird little parts of their bodies or what. Oh, there's a lot of reasons they're
Weird,
killing people in
horrifying,
Africa,
like,
but
cultural, religious.
yeah, there's all kinds of shit like black markets selling body parts and shit like that over there.
Right,
So you're
okay,
so there's
yeah,
this huge crackdown in Tanzania.
So 200 would-chuckers have been detained, basically, and
Gotta
nearly
punch your mic
80.
at your mouth. There you go.
This is
Point
weird.
your mic
Nearly
at your
80
mouth.
albinos in Tanzania have been killed since 2000. That's what the UN estimates. So probably a lot more. Thank you. The latest victim was a 1-year-old boy killed in northwestern Tanzania a few weeks ago. Whatever. So the point is,
Gotta put your mic by your mouth there.
the first part of
kill
this.
all of you.
Okay, let me put it back on the stand because I'm offended.
Let's make up a thing for this because it happens so often because we have so many newbies. So we should just say like, "Put your mic in your mouth, bitch," or something. You know what I'm saying?
Terrible.
Did not deserve a laugh.
So the Red
Whatever,
Cross is saying that these
something.
witch doctors pay $75,000 for a complete set of albino body parts, which I can only imagine is like an assembled albino boy,
Holy fuck.
and that is
$75,000 for a complete set of body parts, and then what are they doing?
It's just a person, It's
Then
like
they're-
this body part, a complete set of. It's a human.
Didn't they
being.
put them together
That's
and make
what it is.
like a Frankenstein or something like that?
Yes, basically.
Who paid? Who? Where's the Frankensteins? Who's paying for the Frankenstein?
No,
parts?
they're making like potions out of them and shit.
Albinos?
Legitimately,
Yeah.
this is 2015, and people in the world are making potions out of albino bones.
Yeah.
It's okay.
That's the
so
kind of
just-
thing that's going on, right?
Yeah.
All right, what else you got on this?
All right, so on top of that, this is a quote from the AFP news agency. And it's a police spokesperson. I'm sorry. Correction. Police spokesperson Advera Bulimba. This is what she told the press. Some of those arrested were found in possession of items like lizard skin, warthog teeth, ostrich eggs, monkey tails, bird claws, mule tails, and lion skin.
That sounds like what happened last time I got arrested. That's what they found me with.
Right, yeah. What did this guy just, sir, have you been doing acid on a safari? Just come like, wake up after you trip and you have all kinds of weird shit in your pockets. Like this guy went somewhere and did a lot of acid and picked up a lot of shit. Hold on a second. 630 area code. Hello, who's this?
Hi, this is Megan.
Ah, fucking Christ. Hold on a second. You were really loud. Hello? Sorry, you were really loud. Say that. Talk again.
Hi, my name is Megan.
Oh, okay. All right.
Hey, it's Megan.
Hello.
What up, Megan?
Hi, is this Vinny?
Is
Yes.
Dan home?
I'm sorry?
Yes. This is Vinny.
And am I live on air right now?
Totally.
Yeah, right.
Okay, I've been trying to find your Thursday show, but I can't figure it out, so I just called the number.
Okay.
I can't find anything to listen. Yeah, I was just wondering, who's hosting with you guys tonight? What topics are you guys talking about? Because I'm really interested.
What?
What are you talking about? Who is this? Do you know who this is? Oh, I don't know. What are we talking about right now? Tanzanian
Albinos being used in
Tanzanian
the,
albinos being chopped up and used in
in
like
the magic
potions
trade,
by
the black
witch
market
doctors.
magic.
Yeah.
Magic.
Oh,
black
okay,
market.
yeah, because for whatever reason, it's not working, and I can't listen to your radio show.
Oh,
Why?
boo.
You just go to the Sunday evening overdose. It's the same. We broadcast from the same
Ustream.
place as always.
Ustream.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm on right now, but it's not playing. So maybe it's just my computer or something.
I don't know. We got people on there.
Yeah.
More than one.
Um,
really?
We have some problems. Ustream, I don't know what the fuck is with Ustream because it's
We probably
some.
have like 100 listeners every week, and they just hide it from.
Yeah, some people have
Sorry.
problems.
Yeah, I'm sure that's it.
No, some people really do have problems getting the show, and I hear this from certain people. Certain people never have problems. You can try the phone app. Works.
No, that's garbage.
The phone app works for me. Phone app.
Oh, I don't
mean,
have a phone, unfortunately. Otherwise, I would.
But it only works like half the time because I was listening to the show on Sunday. coming
So
to
what?
the
You
house.
can't go to like Ustream and hear it, or what?
Hey, Patrick.
Yes.
Yeah. Are you with Dan?
No, he left about 20 minutes ago.
Oh, is this Dan's wife trying to find out where he is?
Yeah.
Oh, hi, Megan.
He left
Yeah,
ab-
this is Dan's wife trying to find out where he is. This can be an interesting topic on air.
He left.
Okay.
He left. No, he
Oh.
left like 20 minutes ago. He should be there in like 10.
Yeah, he left a while ago.
Yeah, he. I don't know. Was it 20 minutes ago?
Yeah, about 20.
Yeah, real.
He-
Probably
Maybe
about
a little
20.
bit more.
He'll be there.
Okay. Well, I hope that's the truth.
No, it's the
Why?
truth.
Are you-
No.
I was just wondering because I thought he was dead.
Why?
Why? What do you mean?
Oh, I thought he was dead because, he was supposed to be here at 6 o'clock, and he's been avoiding all phone calls, all text, all messages.
Megan,
and
I coerced him
is
to do
now
it.
almost 9
I
o'clock,
used-
and,
Hold on.
there was children here he was supposed to be here to watch, so just wondering. So I just assumed he was dead. So then I figured, why not call the show, because he may be with Patrick on the show. Hello? Hello?
Hey.
Hey, so, yeah, but I'll totally talk about what you guys are talking about since I can't.
We were talking. No,
listen-
we were talking about
Was it
albino.
legitimately? Yeah, we were talking about the Tanzanian,
Tanzanian-
magic black martin.
Yeah,
market.
right. There's they cut albinos up and they sell their pieces to people because it's like magical. In
Hey.
Oh, yeah,
Tanzania.
I
Hey.
totally read about that, which is insane. But,
Where did
do
you
they do
read
that with
about
gingers,
that?
too? Because I heard gingers are worth more.
Hey, no,
Gingers are worth more.
no Instinct Jones over here failed to ask you. So hang on, Dan was supposed to be home at
Shut up. No.
What do you mean?
Go ahead.
Dan was supposed to be home at 6. Was it for something important or what?
Yeah, but, as long as he's not dead, I'm okay. But I legitimately
That's
am-
what he
am
told me
interested
about
in
you
your show.
earlier. He said is all I care about is she's not dead.
So what? Are you pissed off at him or what?
No.
Was he supposed to babysit? Like, what happened?
Yeah, anything could happen. You never know. Like, if you had your significant other that you couldn't get a hold of for hours and hours on end, and then, wouldn't you think they were dead or in jail or something?
Yeah.
Does he have a history of being
Well, if it was
jailed
Dan,
or
if
dead?
it, yeah.
Dan thought I was in jail like 2 weeks ago. He was like, dude, man, where you at? I called all the county jails.
Yeah, I know. I was with him when he was doing that. He was freaking the fuck out.
Why? What do you think?
He cares about you, man. Come on.
He thought I was in prison, right?
Yeah. Or in the hospital.
Cool. No, he should be there any minute. He's not answering his phone if you call him.
No. We have called from numerous different numbers. Sarah's called, Mike's
Numerous
called,
different
Alex
numbers.
called.
His phone
So
was
that's
blowing
why
up before he
I
left.
honestly
It totally
did get a little
was.
bit worried. And I feel bad for calling your show about that, but,
No, this is
I-
great. This is great.
Don't feel bad. I that's pretty
But can
funny.
we get a hold of Dan? Can we call Dan now?
We'll try to get Dan on the line. If you want to hang out, we got to go to a quick 2-minute break and
Let's
regroup
call
here.
Oh,
Dan.
no, don't get Dan on the line while I'm on the phone talking
No,
about
I
this.
gotta go.
That's
Well,
no bueno.
now I'm
You know,
worried.
No,
I mean, what the fuck you're saying?
We're worried. So
No, we're worried.
why don't you stay on the line? We're gonna take a really quick break to
Yeah.
regroup. We'll be right back on the
We're not.
Thursday
And
evening
we're gonna have
overdose,
Dan on the
Yeah,
phone.
track.
and we'll get
We're
Dan
gonna
on the
solve
phone.
this
Megan,
mystery.
stay on the line.
Please.
Okay,
stand
I
by.
will.
Thank you. All right, the Earthling's outside. Earthling's outside smoking a cigarette. He's being a real
Frank
piece of
Zappa
shit
album?
tonight. Hold on, he's outside. I want. He thinks we're just playing music right now. Hold on, let me get my headphones.
Yeah. All right.
He's being a real fucking piece of garbage tonight, and he's
No,
really
I-
drunk. What
No
do you
way.
think? Is he? He's like too drunk to even keep a conversation going properly. That's what I feel
Okay,
like. Is that?
the argument that we were arguing the same points.
Wait, did you just come back in?
Yeah, he just came again. We have to
Hold on,
turn
I
it
want to put on some music. No, that was somebody else going out.
Okay, yeah, but she
sorry.
thinks we're really bogus now.
Who does?
Fucking girl.
Oh, Christina over there in the corner, and she won't quit talking to the stupid cat.
She's just, like,
she's mumbling to
mumbling at
herself
it.
because she took some fucking heroin pill. She took one of those Norco, like
Dude, I can't believe you're putting her on blast
heroin,
like that.
heroin
No, I know,
substitute
though.
pills.
She did,
All right, shut
and
up.
then
Come back.
she
Shut up.
started-
We'll be back. Well, the organ music means we're back on the Thursday evening overdose.
It's a charming way to come back, as it were.
Thank you for sticking around. Let's bring Megan back up. Megan, you still here?
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh my god.
Oh, it's loud.
Christ, I'm sorry about that. She's got a loud phone.
Turn
What kind of phone is that?
I don't know. Turn the music off. She's talking on like a fucking megaphone. That's what you call a megaphone.
Hey, sorry. We were getting you back.
Yeah, we couldn't get Dan on the line.
Oh, that doesn't surprise me.
I bet he's listening to the show and he was probably like, yeah, fuck that. I'm driving.
Probably. Who knows? I don't know. Or he.
What?
Or he's do something. Hello.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, nothing. It's I don't want to get too personal. It's not all about Dan. It's about your show. So let's talk more about your show.
All right, Megan, you want to hang out on the line for the fuck of it?
Yeah, sure.
All right.
Awesome. This is perfect. I needed another girl in here.
Dan's wife?
Yes.
Okay, Dan's wife. I got something for you, Earthling. What is that look on your face?
What are you asking me? Man? I'm
Holy
waiting for-
shit! What's that
Like,
creepy smile? Are you looking at him right now? You got. Oh
You
my.
said something.
Okay,
You were
listen
going
to
to
me.
task me with something.
Are you ready?
Yes.
You do not take other people's money. You know better.
Who's she yelling at?
Who are you yelling at?
My nephew. They like to take piggy banks and sneak and then empty it all out and then put it in their own piggy banks and say it's theirs.
So
'Cause
they're
that's what kids do.
How many
At least
kids
that's
are-
what my nephews and nieces do because
How many kids are actually like with you right now? Like how many kids do you have in the house?
how many kids in the house?
Yeah.
6.
Are those are
Is
I'm
that true?
sorry. I don't know actually Dan all that well. Are
You
those
can't nod. Say yes.
are they your
He's
kids
nodding.
or
He's nodding.
who, me?
Yes.
That's true. Yeah.
Okay. Thanks.
And
Anyways,
wait, was Dan supposed to be babysitting all these 6 kids?
yes, he was, but he was here
No,
on
I
our
do
talk
all
show.
day, every day. That's why I just got a job, so I can work nights. Well, I have to work nights because I have to babysit all day. And now that I have a job, I'm not gonna like go insane and like jump off a bridge because I love my kids and I like kids, but they can drive people to suicide.
Have you tried to
okay.
kill yourself?
Oh hell no! I'm just saying, some people, not me.
Just saying,
I'd
I
rather-
could see how
I could
somebody
see how
would.
somebody-
I-
I'd rather drop them off at the fire
Nah.
department if I got to that point.
Oh right.
But I wouldn't. Just saying. if you
Why
had
does
6
the
kids,
fire department
you
function
get
as
really
that
frustrated
doubling?
really fast.
Yeah.
That's a weird thing, right?
Wait, has Dan taken money from you? Is that
Don't talk about Dan.
Has Dan taken money from me?
Oh, was that what we were talking about earlier?
No.
Oh no, okay. Okay, perfect.
I'm sorry. I think I'm a little confused, and my phone was breaking up, so maybe I didn't quite understand what we were talking about earlier. Dan has not taken money from me, if that's what you were asking.
Okay, cool. Sorry, I was just I'm getting confirmation that there's a little confusion there. I'm sorry.
Yeah. I mean, no, I don't mind talking about Dan. He's an awesome person. He is, like, the most intelligent, coolest, awesome person ever, except for maybe Patrick sometimes. But what's the next topic, you guys? Or
Okay,
am
well-
I-
And we're back on the Thursday evening overdose. Thanks for sticking with us, everybody. That was just a part of the break right there. I got to tell you something, Earthling, that I haven't been able to tell you yet. Do you want to know about
Sure.
this or what?
Yeah.
Okay. Listen,
Yeah, I want to hear about it.
I go to my fucking every listeners and fans of the show will know that I'm involved in a mysterious criminal case right now.
Oh, here we go.
Okay.
I want to hear about. Yes. Okay.
Won't
awesome.
they? Yes, they will. So,
Like people
I
on the
can't
show.
start talking because I can't stop prying, so I'm just gonna stay silent. Go ahead.
listeners of the show will know that I've been charged with a mysterious crime.
A big mysterious.
Yeah, a big mysterious crime.
Because I know it and it's big.
Yeah,
No, people on
and
the show don't even know what the fuck this is.
no, whatever. And once this shit all passes over, I'm gonna tell the story. We're gonna put the cops on blast. We're gonna do all kinds of hilarious shit. So stick with us. But anyways, as fans of the show know,
Huge mysterious. crime.
whatever. As fans of the show know, I've been charged with a crime, and I went to my arraignment. And this is nothing new to me. I've been arrested like 15 times. Literally, that's not an exaggeration. This is probably number 14 or 15. And so
Why?
I go to my arraignment the other day, and I'm looking at the district attorney, the prosecutor, and I'm thinking, this guy looks really familiar. Very, very, very familiar to me. Okay? And I'm going, racking my brain, like, do I know this fucking guy? You know, who the fuck is
Not
this
a
guy?
bad thing to know.
Who the fuck is this guy? I'm like, all right, so thinking, and all of a sudden I remember. Do you remember very early on in this talk show, I spent the first 20 minutes of an episode talking about a wedding that I went to and how pissed off I was that I had to go to this wedding, and the wedding was terrible, and that was where we...
Felix and Fingers.
Exactly. You got it. That was where we started making fun
So
of...
who was this guy?
We started
Who did
making...
this guy
hang
turn
on.
out to be?
We started making fun of this band, Felix and
Right.
Fingers, and we did videos about it and
my
stuff.
Yeah.
That's the wedding. I left that wedding, all right, that I talked about on the show.
All right.
I'm walking to the hotel, you know, which was they did the wedding on this, like, in this fucking tent,
Sure,
whatever.
sure,
We're walking
whatever.
over the
Yeah,
hotel. I'm smoking a blunt.
Okay.
Nobody else there was smoking weed, and I kept walking up to new people, just like, hey, you guys want to smoke? No.
Vinny.
I should have caught on
Oh.
after like the 10th person that this was not the right crowd to be walking
All
around
right.
smoking a blunt in.
All right.
But so
no.
I finally walk up to this guy
Jesus.
and I go, hey, you want to hit this blunt? And he's like, I'm a district attorney. Rah, rah, rah. And I was like, come on, dude. That doesn't mean you can't smoke weed once in a while, you know? Like, whatever. You know, he's like, rah, rah. And I tried to make a joke out of it, and he was like very dismissive. And I'm like, fuck this fat piece of shit. Guess
my
who's
God.
prosecuting
Your case.
my case?
Oh,
He's
love
he's
The
a
guy
all.
you tried to offer weed to
yes.
right now?
And then made fun of him because he wouldn't smoke.
You are fucked if he remembers you. You need to wear a disguise. You need to wear a disguise.
So hold on. Listen,
The old-
I
done.
don't think he's gonna.
You're
Listen,
done.
hold on. I don't think he's gonna remember me.
Trying to make him smoke weed.
Dude, the arraignment's already happened, so that we
No,
have
you're
some-
not. He's
hold on,
your
hold on.
he,
You fucking dumb fuck.
Here's the good. Here's the good.
and then you made fun of him
But yeah,
after
when
he told you his
when-
position.
Dumb motherfucker.
But when he
Oh
told
my
me he was a
God.
district attorney, I was totally like, "Oh, I'm a district attorney."
I know, that's what I'm saying.
And
You
I
made
like
fun
made
of
fun
him
of him.
after that.
I made fun of him, and
You're
then
in a fucking prison.
But hold
dude.
on, I talked loud to my girlfriend behind him. Like, this guy just fucking thought he'd be like, because the way he said it to me, he said it like, "Oh, aren't you gonna feel stupid smoking weed in front of me?" So I had to come back at him. You know what I mean?
Right.
He said it like as though like when you're at a party. And a guy's like, "I'm a cop," you know, and you're like, "Yeah, fuck you," and you blow weed in his face, you know. You've done
I've
that.
done that 100 times.
So
I've done to the chick
not
that came with
100, not 100
Well,
times,
twice.
But, yeah, not 100 times, but I've talked shit to cops at parties, whatever. Anyways, hold on. So it was like that moment. It was like I had to come over the top because he made the assumption that like that would freak me out that I was offering a blunt to a district attorney, and I'm just like. That's why I made fun. I'm like, oh, what's you never smoke weed? You goody two
on,
shoes.
fag.
Oh,
Oh
I'm a
my God,
district
that's what I'm
attorney.
saying.
I don't smoke weed. And I'm like trying to get, and nobody
Yeah,
else.
they don't get
Can you
dropped.
just
They don't
okay,
have.
so did he recognize you? Did he?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
Sure
Because
as
you're
fuck hope
you're
not.
way
Yeah.
fatter than you used to be.
No,
Yeah,
this was
that's what I've
dude. This
heard.
was like 6 months ago at the
Way
most.
fatter.
Really?
Yeah, this was not that long ago.
shit.
Yeah, this was like
You're
six,
going to prison.
this was like 6 months ago at the
Oh,
most.
God. Can
Now
we
here's
not?
here's the thing I'm wondering. Now he's good friends with people I know, and he's good friends with good friends of my girlfriend. So this is like an old high school friend of the group of people that my girlfriend hangs out with. I think,
right.
or a couple, or some of them, or one of them, or two of them, or whoever. He knows somebody. He's friends enough that he comes around once in a while. Is that anything? Is that good for me? Can I use that?
Is Megan
I
still
would-
online?
Oh, shit. Fuck it.
Megan.
Hello, Megan. Are you still online? I'm sorry. I had muted you when you were yelling at the kids. Oh, she just hung up. God damn it. Sorry, Megan. I turned her thing down because she was yelling at the kids while we were talking. I meant to turn it
was
back
she
up.
talking to us the entire time?
I hope not. Well, sorry about that.
That can't happen.
Bummer.
Why?
Bye, Megan.
Well, sorry, Megan. Tell her to listen to the show when we said sorry. So, you heard the Skype hang up right when I turned it back up, didn't you?
Yes.
Yeah, I heard it.
So whatever. All right. So
Skype is a piece of shit.
Garbage.
is that a thing I can do though? Is this
Utilize it to your advantage.
what can I do with that? Because here was my first instinct, and
Is somebody on the phone now?
no, here was my first
It's
instinct.
not even a Skype thing or anything.
I was like, can I threaten this guy? Like that was my initial instinct. I'm like,
Can you intimidate?
I have like,
the
I was like, can I get to this? And no, but of course you can't. I'm like, a minute later, I'm like, yeah, that was stupid. But like, that was my initial fucking thing. Is I'm like, hey, I could fucking just punch this guy in the fucking face, and maybe, you know what I mean? Like,
God.
I'm like such an idiot.
Yeah.
That's my
That's your
initial.
default.
Yeah, that's
Your
my initial
when
default.
encountering judicial system.
And then I'm thinking like,
people.
Well, it's just a bunch of animals with weapons. I mean, if you can overcome them and overcome the guys outside, you overcome reality.
So
I just want to hear about the.
Is it accurate? If
No.
If you can,
No.
no. Are you
No,
telling
what
me
are you talking
that if you
about?
can't fucking flex the
Wait.
3 guys in the courtroom with the guns, and then flex the guys outside,
oh yeah, then you're good.
then you just defeated
You
reality.
make it
Yeah,
make
I
it to the
didn't-
railroad tracks.
You just
yeah.
defeated reality. That's
You'll
how
probably
it is.
be all right.
I mean, nobody wants to be at court. You go to court. There's like 2 guys in the courtroom with guns. There's like 10 guys outside the courtroom with guns.
Earthling, my point.
Yes.
Is this good for me or bad for me? Because I've already made fun of the guy in front of a hotel and smoked a blunt like gratuitously in front of him.
Well, okay, at this
and made
point-
like a cloud of smoke in
No.
front of him while I made fun of him. And so
You're going to prison.
No. But he's friends with people, I think, that like me, that like understand that I'm not a bad person. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Is that good? Can that be? I haven't talked to them. I don't even know how to talk to them about it. I don't even really want to yet, or even until I fucking discuss this with some people. That's why I want to bring it up. Is this a good thing or a bad thing? So I got, for anyone who's just joined, we had a couple of people just join. I'm being prosecuted by a guy who I've had drinks with, who is friends with friends of mine who aren't like friends, but I think they like me and I think I like them.
So you're just saying, like, can you use these people in the
not use them, but this is how the fucking system works. See, this isn't unfair.
supposed to know
This is
someone-
how
I
the
know.
fucking
You're
system
not-
works. Is this just my lucky time in life that all of a sudden maybe I know a guy, or know a guy who knows a guy? Can I? What do you think, Trix? Can I use this?
Right now, they're trying to put me in jail, and I got a guy who knows a guy who knows a guy who's his judge, his brother's judge, and he's going to get me out of a lot of bullshit.
Is that just your only? Should I try to exploit this at some level? And say,
Are you super close with some of the people that are
All
close?
you
Not
can
at
do
all.
is know
Not at all.
people.
No.
No, there's families that have their foot in things.
I'm not, but I'm not
I'm
close.
not even going to say the name now, but when you contact, in the judicial system and shit like that, there's families that just rule it. Anything they want to do, they do.
I'm not even saying, that. I'm just thinking about talking to the people that know this guy and being like, yo, can you tell this guy, yo, hey, Vinny's not a bad guy. Maybe you go a little easy on him, something like that. Maybe,
Right. So
maybe,
if you
maybe,
know him,
maybe help
if you
him out.
know,
You know what I
if
mean?
you
Like,
know him through a couple friends, yeah, that's gonna help the fuck out of you.
that's what I'm saying.
Duh.
That's what I'm saying.
Hey, that's
And
my buddy. Can you fucking
here's my other thought. Do I find out what's the guy into? Do I pick him up some fucking tickets to some shit he likes? Oh, hey man.
Oh no,
Oh,
then
no,
that'll
that's
put you in
right,
jail for
that's
20
right, yeah,
years.
no, that's-
I've
go to
seen
jail
it done. I've seen
I
it
just
done.
don't
I've
think
seen it done.
you're-
I've seen it. I'm just gonna
By
say
one of those
billionaires,
classy enough-
No.
that
You're
can
not
do
one of those
that.
classy
no,
enough
no,
white
no,
collar
no,
people.
no.
You're not.
I've seen it done by people like me who had good jobs.
Well,
I've seen a guy take care of a case that he had.
Who
by,
like you has a good job?
You've nicknamed him Quagmire in the past.
Oh, okay.
That's the code word because this is serious. I don't want to say his name.
Right.
I've seen him get out of a pretty decent charge because he worked in the record industry and knew somebody who was good friends with the DA in New Orleans and was able to hook them up with enough tickets and backstage passes and shit that his shit went away.
Wow.
Yeah.
Give me fucking backstage passes and that's it, huh?
No. It was like, hey, I'll give you tickets to this. I'll send you a box of CDs every fucking
that's
month.
bribery.
I'll send you anytime. It was basically this kind of thing. Anytime one of our artists is in town and you want VIP, let me know. You know,
Dude, you're
and
not
so
wealthy enough to-
Shit like that. No, I'm not. But things can be done. This guy's just a low-level Cook County fucking prosecutor and district attorney. It's not like he's making millions. He's probably making 60 grand or less.
Right now about how you're going to manipulate your prosecuting attorney in your upcoming court case, bro?
Wow.
Yeah, on my show. This is the most dangerous show on the internet. Yes. What have we been doing? You threatened to kill like 5 times when we first started the fucking show.
Yeah.
So this has been the most dangerous show on the internet since we fucking started. Yes,
So
I'm
I got a
talking
court
about
coming
it.
up. Yeah, me too.
Yes, I'm talking about what do I do with this fucking dude?
Okay, but all we ever talk about is killing police.
but I'm in a unique position. I can get to my prosecutor for better or for worse. Probably for worse.
Okay. As long as you
Get to
don't
him,
actually
bro. If you
follow
can
through
get-
with the first plan,
Hey, if you can get
neutralizing the target, then you should be
No,
following.
you never said that.
I
You
never
never
said.
said
I
that.
said that was my first. That was my
Instinct.
dumb. That was like
as
my.
long
That
as
was
it
like.
doesn't cycle back to
But that
you
was
should
like
be
my.
alright.
That was my animal instinct. You know what I mean? That was my animal instinct. Was like I could fucking kill this guy.
Yeah, right.
You know,
It's like,
that was
wait,
my
wait,
first.
so
I'm not gonna be a liar. This is what our show was about. For better or for
no,
worse,
this guy-
we
this
might
guy that you
get
could-
locked up for what we do on this show.
This
Fine.
guy who sits there
but
and
that was
says
my
that
original
you should go
thought.
to prison. There's this guy that you can clearly reach over, choke, and use your thumbs to crush his fucking vocal box thing. That like little that tube,
Yeah.
the that feels like one of those straws that make noises when you blow through them. Like,
Sure.
you know, you can crush that shit on that motherfucker,
Right.
right?
Here's the other
But
thing.
you just have to stand there and let him put you in prison.
Here's the other thing. Right,
When
exactly.
you know
when
what I'm
he's
saying?
when he's just a normal motherfucker
Normal
that I've
motherfucker.
drank with at a wedding. By the way, he's bad at conversation. He's not interesting.
Right.
He's chubby, pear-shaped, and he's basically a fucking piece of shit. I shouldn't be doing this. I
this
really
me?
shouldn't be
Is
doing
this-
this because
Are you describing me right now?
no.
Yes.
Yes.
But
God,
not you. It's just a different.
No.
person.
And this is the kind of guy who's now presiding. I mean, he's now making the decisions as to. I'm going to ask. He's going to stand in a court, and I'm going to stand in a room with this guy, who I basically have a 90% chance of running into at a social function at some point. If I stay with my girlfriend and she stays friends with who she's friends with now, I will run into this guy at a social function, and he's going to ask a judge to order the law enforcement branch to forcefully detain
Incarcerate you.
and imprison me. And then I'm going to see this guy at a restaurant, at a party.
You should stop.
I should probably stop talking.
Wow, that was.
But see what's happening? This is the society we live in. So I didn't hurt anyone. I tried. Fucking nuts. I didn't hurt
You
anyone.
failed.
I didn't hurt.
That's
I didn't
not
hurt.
illegal, right?
I didn't hurt anyone in my.
I was trying to hurt him, but it just didn't work.
Mysterious
Well, no.
ways.
If you walk up to somebody trying to hurt them in a fight, right, and they knock you out one punch, you don't hurt them. Guess what? You're not guilty. You're knocked out.
That could
You
be
didn't hurt them
debated.
at
That
all.
could be debated all day. But
Clearly.
this is my unique circumstance, and I have this one fear, is that if I try to do anything at all, does this guy then go, hey, I got to withdraw myself from this case? I know this guy socially.
Well, you
know
should
what I mean?
find out. You
Like,
should test the fucking waters because all of a sudden this seems really intriguing. So
conflict of
yeah,
interest, right?
You have to like go out more. You have to encounter this guy honestly in a social situation at this point. I don't like the what ifs. Like
It's
I
not
want
impossible,
you
but
to approach him and be like, "Hey, dude, how are you?"
He's not a guy that they hang out with a lot because he doesn't hang out and drink and stuff. I mean, he's a
Right, you
he's
said-
a court cocksucker.
Yeah, but you
So,
said
I mean, he's-
90%. Like so, there it's that likely that you I mean, first off, you're making assumptions about you're like talking about running into him as if it's almost certain to happen. But
Well, I think if I stay, what I'm saying, if I stay with my girlfriend long enough, I'll probably run into him. He's a friend of the people that I hang out with as a result of my girl. It's like her group of
can
friends.
you facilitate like a social gathering?
Well,
or-
that's what I'm thinking. That's what I want to get out on the table. What do you guys think?
You gotta meet him next week, right?
Here's the
We're
other
gonna go out
thing.
to no.
This
listen,
group of
listen,
people, though.
I'll make this
hang on.
happen, and then me and you make him get drunk enough to buy a hooker, right? And then we fucking put it on film, right?
Def.
We got pictures, we got video, and I'll be like, "Look at you fucking this hooker, bro." And then I'll be like, "My fucking homeboy is innocent." And he'll be like, "Yes, I'm massa." Is he black?
No.
Okay,
and
so-
here's the other thing though. I've thought I also thought about like what if I can get to him at a party and give him like a box and be like, "Hey dude, open this box and take this out," and it's like a pipe and weed, and I like take a picture really fucking fast while he's holding it, and I'm like, "All right, man, now what? Let's talk, you know, let's see what can be done." But a lot of ideas go through your head when you can get to your prosecutor. When has that ever happened to me? Never. I'm 30 years old. There just happens to be a person my age prosecuting me finally. You know what I mean?
Right.
Normally it's some fucking piece of shit, some old frumpy guy in one of those
No, my
cheap brown.
prosecutor is like a black dude. He's like fucking my age, and I'm just like,
I know exactly who you're talking
I used to go to
about.
court. I used to
know.
go to court all the time and be
I've
like, "Oh
seen
my
that
god, that's the
person.
guy who's going to put me in prison." Last time I went to court, that guy was like
fuck
my
is-
age. He was like a 30-year-old
how are
black
you-
dude.
Yeah.
And I walked up, and I actually stood up, walked up there before the judge came in the room, and I said, "You're the prosecutor?" And I was like, "Listen, this is what's going on, bro." You know? And I told him like, "Hey, this is the situation." He's like, "Oh, okay." You know what I mean? Back in
You
the day, I
could
never
communicate with him on a more equal level easily, but like
Equal.
and back
I would
yeah.
never been able to talk to the guy. I'd be like, "But it was like and stuff, and the dude and came up and stuff."
And it wasn't mine. And,
wasn't
and I,
mine.
dude,
I
I
was like-
just the guy, like he started it, so I had to. And you know.
Right. But this guy was like, "Hey, dude, listen, this motherfucker was trying to fucking chase me down the street, and I fucking kept my distance. That's what the deal is." I was like, "Yo, we're all good. Do I need to, are you gonna send me to prison or what?" He's like, "No, hell no." You know what I mean? He said,
okay, that's
no,
clearly-
hell. He said, no, hell no. He ain't gonna try to put me in jail.
That is exactly what happened.
You know
in
what I
this
mean?
situation.
He may
I'm
have.
just-
That's.
I'm-
I mean, he's just a fucking idiot.
No, he didn't. He didn't attempt to. He didn't attempt to. He struck a deal with the bar attorney. He struck a deal with him, and yeah, they're not putting me in jail at all. And he told me he wouldn't. And I talked to him. Cool guy. But like you said, when you're younger and you're going there when you're like 19, and just all these adults are like doing things to you, you're like, what the fuck?
Well, because you're trained. Oh, hey, look at that. He just tried to drink out of his bottle with the cap on. That was fucking classic right there. That's such a great metaphor for when you've had too much to drink. It's like you attempt
then
to,
he
but the
dropped
cap
the
is still
cap.
on. That's just the bottle
cap
telling
was
you to stop. That's the bottle just having mercy on you.
I'm holding the cap. It fell underneath my feet.
No,
I
but
got a cap
that's
up here.
That's because you've been trained. A lot of times, see, I started getting arrested, and I talked about on the show, I'm sure, plenty of times. I started getting arrested at a very young age for very stupid, fucking frivolous things and crimes that I would consider to be victimless most of the time.
You know what it was
But-
for me?
But I was
fourth
put in
grade when I
but
got arrested for the first time.
Oh my
fourth grade.
Fourth grade.
All right. Well, here's what I was gonna say. Then we can go on to your thing.
Sure.
That's obviously gonna take over the show for a minute, but well,
Whatever, I
yeah,
don't
it will. No, it will because if you got arrested in fourth grade. But hold on,
Fourth or fifth. I think it was fifth.
hold on. So what I was gonna say was I mean
Fifth grade.
I would consider my thing. I think I got arrested at like 16 at the youngest. But then I got arrested like 5 times that year, and it was like
That's
a
how
big.
it goes down.
So it was an indoctrination into a different world. What it was, you're trained at school to have this structure of like you go here at this time, here at this time. If you're not,
Time is money.
and if you're not,
Thank you, Tricks.
if you're not adhering to these like certain rules, you're gonna have this punishment and this. So you're like already. When we're talking about like how you deal with the older people at court, and you're like you look at them as because you're already trained for this authoritarian structure. You're already trained to go to a
You've been
place and
indoctrinated
be
and-
judged and say, oh, we're going to come up with your punishment and there's nothing you can do. That's your training in school. If you didn't have public school training, you might think, I could defend myself here. I'm just as good as you. You're not going to tell me my fucking destiny. I'll tell you your fucking shit and I'll learn the law and blah, 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 whatever. They teach you that debilitated attitude, in school.
Sure.
So you do that whole thing, and what the fuck was I going with that?
Well, whatever. You can become a lawyer and shit, but you're still. If you go to school to be a lawyer, you're gonna learn the debilitated, weird 10% of the normal practice of law as they wish it to be fucking drawn out as.
Wait.
You're not gonna learn real law.
Okay.
You know what
Sure.
I mean? You're gonna learn what they. Yeah, you can make money doing this. All you have to do is just keep filing this, and the lawyer says, I can file a 1025, make a commercial, and tell people that if they have this problem, and I can file this one piece of paper, and I can make like a few $100 a week. Fuck yeah. You know what I mean? That's what they do. They teach them like loopholes, like little niches. Like if you want to be a lawyer, oh yeah, if people get injured, here's this file. Oh, I'm an expert on this file. I'm an expert on bankruptcy files. I'm an expert. Nobody really knows what the fuck's going on. Lawyers are idiots. They're just
and a lot of them are actually, a lot of like defense attorneys are like really savvy guys, but they've signed their life away to this idea that like, and a lot of them are pretty noble. They're like, I hate this fucking system. I want to defend people against it. But it's one of those things, like, it's almost a direct parallel to the argument that we have about voting, is like when you partake in the system, you give it a vote of confidence in a way. So like when you talk about voting for the lesser of however many evils that you want to say, and people have this argument about why you should vote or why you should vote. Even if you're like working in the system to try to do some kind of good and try to work against the general evil, you're still giving the system. You're still giving the system your energy, and you're still legitimizing it.
That's right.
I mean, I honestly, and that's another one of those things, like we go back to the beginning of the argument earlier, people say, so you would just take away the court system and it would be better. Yeah. And and also, would you just, what if all the defense just removed? Well, guess what? Perception would change rapidly. If all the fucking defense attorneys who are doing good things a lot of times, and you need them, I'm using one right now and I'd be fucked without him. But
me too. If I didn't have a lawyer, I'd be fucked.
If you remove emotion and you remove yourself and you look at the whole thing, if all that time and energy was spent trying to take that system down in a way that was really proper, and then give us a chance to reform in a way that was fair, we might be a lot further along, as a movement or society or whatever you see us as, or whoever agrees with the fact that this entire system is completely poisonous and needs to be redone. We can probably agree that like at some point you stop like batting back the little attacks, and you just, everybody draws back to the fucking beach and regroups, and you go for it, because there's a lot of good people in the system fighting the good fight. Supposedly, it's just not working. It's not fucking working. It's not happening.
That's because they're slaves to time.
But if they remove themselves entirely, we're gonna go through this. We're gonna go through this.
Slaves to time.
Right, but we're gonna go.
Time is money.
We're gonna go through this
Whoa.
twilight.
You
Bring
worship
it all the way
money.
back. I'm just saying, don't most lawyers win their cases by like knowing the prosecution or like talking to the judge? Like, dude, like when they're
but
like
they all
out
have
of the office
niches.
and
They
stuff.
all have niches that they
specialize in.
They filed the certain papers so that the judge and the prosecutor said, "Oh, look, old Joey fucking filed these papers, and now we have to let this guy off with this."
Dude, they
Right,
party
but I think-
together.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
you know,
they all
they're-
party together
yeah,
and they
they're-
know each other, and so like even if you're like a defense attorney or whatever, more than likely you're gonna go to this person at the bar and be like, "Dude, come on, this case, are you fucking with me?" Like I was under the impression that was how most of the judicial system worked.
But the
anyways,
funny
like,
part
the
about
system
it-
under
Well, that's
which
what
it
I'm saying.
operated.
Is-
Now I should be in. I
Right.
know somebody who knows somebody, maybe.
But yeah,
Like-
but like I always.
But I've drank with my prosecutor. You know how fucking weird that is?
That is weird.
I
should've
couldn't
made
even imagine
you
how
should have
weird
made
that
him
is,
sniff
actually.
that
Most
yay
people
in the
probably
bathroom with
can't.
you. Then you'd have him under your fucking thumb. Wham.
Dude, all I can think of is
Why didn't I get that guy to fucking sniff some cocaine in the bathroom with me?
Yeah.
That's what I'd be thinking.
no. All I can think of is why. Hey, why am I just talking about all of this openly on a show that we're
That
gonna put
is
on
Most
YouTube?
dangerous
But,
show on the
B,
internet is what you said.
Well, yeah, I know.
Oh,
and I have to-
hold on. Niggers.
there you go. See,
How about now? That's more dangerous, right?
no, probably not.
Nope.
But
Okay, well, I give it a shot.
you know, the other thing that's going through my head is just like, is this really what it is? Is this what it feels like? Do you just have to? I mean, because like, no, I don't have any power. I don't have
No,
anything
you're a slave.
I don't have anything that anybody wants.
You know what I heard somebody
but I
say?
do have we do have this show. See, if we were more popular than we are now, I would have a voice to say like, you know, I'd have maybe some power and I'd be able to get something done behind the scenes. Hey, this guy has a radio show, he whatever. But that's not the case. We're just what I'm saying, like,
Well, oh yeah, hypothetically, this
if
is
I
an
had more-
entirely
if I-
hypothetical
yes,
situation.
exactly.
Well,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
then let's.
but
I,
right now, what I can't do shit with this fucking asshole, can I?
I don't know. I mean,
nothing that
realistically,
can
but
be
you
fucking
know
done.
someone. No,
He-
I'm telling you to facilitate some sort of a social gathering and approach him
I
and just
can't
try
do
to
that.
be like,
He's
how
not
could
Bruce-
You,
no,
why
no,
wouldn't
no,
you?
no.
What are you saying?
He's
Because the
not
entire-
Bruce Wayne. It doesn't work like that. He doesn't have a. He's not Bruce Wayne inviting the fucking city council over. He's nobody trying to get a kinship with somebody.
I'm okay, but I'm
You're-
just
if
like
he was
you
Bruce
can't-
Wayne, he can invite everybody over the city council. And he
You
can
can't
have nice
pose these
cars.
super
And by the
sick
way,
hypotheticals
hold on,
and then
hold
not
on.
follow through with them if you have the ability to.
My
You
girlfriend
have
is
a radio show, sir. You need to keep your life interesting.
My girlfriend is like, by the way, back and forth on. I'm like, so what can be done? She's like, I don't know. You know. She also told me, you don't make this too horrible because like this guy's in my social circle and he probably has some redeeming qualities.
What the fuck is that supposed to mean?
I didn't talk to her for 2 days.
This is probably illegal.
I didn't talk to her for 2 days when she said he probably has some redeeming qualities.
What does that mean?
I was like, fuck you. And I hung up. I think I said
God.
cunt even. I was like, it just came out. I'm like, I just am. It's just, I was like,
Oh my God.
if somebody would have said that to my face, your prosecutor probably has some redeeming qualities. I would have like,
Why did she say that?
dude, I don't fucking know. She's like, because all right, I'll tell you why. Because she's a lawyer, because she went to law school.
Okay.
And she literally thinks that a lot of people working in the system are like good people overall, you know, which I said, you know,
How do you even?
there's people working against it, but like she thinks that it's okay. Like she thinks that you can be a prosecutor and be like a
regular
An
person.
accept-
Yeah, like a good
decent
like a-
No,
person.
yeah,
you can't
like-
send people to prison and be a regular person. You're fucked up.
right. You're
fucked up.
There's something wrong with your brain
fucked
and
up.
you're evil. Yeah, I mean,
That's right.
you can't and it would be
And
one
you
thing.
want it. You want like the maximum. You're fighting for the maximum while the fucking. While
And
the
they always
defendant
ask
is
for the
fighting
they
minimum.
always ask for the
That's-
maximum
of course
sentence.
that's
Yeah,
what they
they
fucking
always
want.
ask for the maximum sentence.
God.
And she doesn't understand that for some
I'm
reason.
not gonna drive no more.
So I got really mad. I was like, dude, I'm not gonna fucking talk to you
Yeah.
until you fucking take it back. And plus, you're supposed to be my girlfriend. You're not devoted enough to me that
my
you're gonna look at the other man who's trying to put me
Yeah,
away
right.
in
Without-
a cage
without wanting to
by
slit his
force,
throat.
by threat of death, and you look at him and go, he's probably got some redeeming qualities. I fucking went through the fucking roof.
Yeah, I would. No, I did
Oh,
the
my
same
God.
fucking thing, dude. I would have been pissed.
I went through the fucking
Yeah,
roof.
yeah. You know, you should have. You should have.
And I didn't talk to her for at least 36 hours.
God.
I'm like, I can't talk to you. And
Those guys are the enemies. They're
even
the-
right now, dude, I'm pretty pissed off with her. I'm still pretty pissed
How
off
long
with her.
ago was this?
This was only 3 days ago.
Jesus
And
Christ.
I'm still not made up with her. No way. Because like,
Oh my God.
Can you imagine?
Are you just
No, I can't-
rehashing this and
No,
making it
hey, hold on.
hurt
No,
more?
I can imagine. Yeah.
Can you imagine
somebody?
your
You
girl-
go to the government. You go stand before the man, and then your woman doesn't to stick up for you. She
She's
sticks up
not-
for the man
She's a Right. lawyer,
and says
though,
it's
you said, right?
regular. It's
Yeah.
regular that you had to be summoned to this fucking place. It's regular
It's
that this
fine.
guy. It's fine. He can.
You know why it's fine,
She's
she
so
says? Hold on.
buried. In,
You know
no,
why?
No, you,
Yeah.
you shouldn't have to show up somewhere. Not never for nobody ever. I don't show up to court because I want to. I show up to court because then all the guys that they have, which is like 5 dudes per block,
Let me just play this
are
game
going to
really
take me to
quick.
prison.
Let me
All
just
right,
play
hold
this
on.
You don't go-
game
you
really
don't-
quick.
you don't go to
Why
fucking-
do you guys keep getting arrested? You'd think it. I mean, if
Because
you've been
we're
arrested
fucking
some-
dissidents. Because we don't give a fuck.
Because I won't live my life like a fucking
Right.
bitch because
It's like,
because
oh,
the state tells me
You're
to.
not allowed to
I
drink and
won't.
drive because people who drink and drive fucking kill people.
The more
Not
people
us. I've been
do.
drinking and driving for fucking
Yeah.
like 15 years.
It's
And
a great
I drive
example,
better
actually.
when I'm drunk,
Sure.
actually. As a matter of fact, I drive better.
Mm-hmm.
And on top of all that, if I can't drive drunk, I will pull over and fall asleep, which we know that's true.
That's happened on the show.
That's
too.
happened on the show.
Yeah, no, I
I'm
mean,
not stupid. I'm not going to kill anybody. We can't.
why
oh,
do you think we get arrested?
I see. That's what I'm saying. Is you both.
Well,
seem
I've been
like-
arrested a lot of times for like weed fighting,
Weed
fucking,
fighting, selling drugs, shit like that.
yeah, all kinds of shit. I don't
Yeah.
even know, destruction of property,
But you would think that at some point you would either like get better at what you're doing. to
Burglary.
get your- Okay, there's that.
Oh,
That's
right,
not what
right,
we're doing.
right.
That's not what we're doing. That's
you're-
just what we
because you're assuming that we got caught like what percentage? I mean, like, what do you get better at what we're doing? You could slip up once and get caught doing something. That doesn't mean you didn't get away with it.
It's
9
true.
million
It doesn't
times
mean that.
before,
It doesn't
you know?
mean that
I
me and my friends robbed
I'm not even
9,000
saying that.
cars
It's
and
just
never
like-
got caught. And
I
then
guess
one
I know
time
people.
I got caught.
I guess I know people who are like committing crime felonies, maybe even on a regular basis. But you know, they've been doing it for years and they've never been arrested. And I guess I just wonder how. I mean, it maybe you become a target after you've been arrested, and for us, maybe a certain.
No, it's also just a lifestyle. It's about like I'm gonna do what I like to do, and that involves driving down the street, smoking weed, listening to music.
But
it's
see,
pleasurable to me. I like it, and I don't care if they want to ruin my life and arrest me for it. It's on their soul, not mine. See, that's the point. I'll sit here and complain about what's happened to me, but I'm not going to pretend it wasn't my choice. It is my choice. I choose to be a criminal because being a criminal in the ways
Doing
that
what
I've
you want to do?
Yeah, in the ways
What do you
that,
do when
like-
you open your eyes and you say everything I want to do is illegal? What? So what? Who am I then now? What do they treat me like? What? Who am I? Everything I want to do is illegal. Now I have.
Well, not
fucking-
everything.
No,
I mean,
I'm saying, guess. No, look at me. Everything I want to do is illegal. So now, how am I supposed to think about the system when I just want to fucking hang out and get high and drink and fucking
yeah, and it's also a matter
watch
of
people
like
fight and hurt stuff? and
it's also a
fucking-
matter of not backing down. Like I've been arrested times where it's because I could have bitched out and the cops would have gone, "Okay, here's your warning." But I don't fucking do that shit.
That's true too.
So I mean there's that. And I'd rather be wrung out by the system than have it on my soul that I submitted. Because
I try to get
won't
tased by
submit.
them. I told you when I worked at
fuck
that
'em.
one
Who gives a
restaurant,
shit?
I was being a real smartass. I was like, "You want me to write you a fucking ticket?" I said, "Yeah, they'll pay it. It doesn't matter
feel like
either way to me."
We've gone
and
really
he
down,
got
like
so
far
mad.
down this rabbit hole.
This cop in Berwyn, he got so mad that he couldn't intimidate me because he was like, "You want me to write you a fucking ticket for being parked right here?" I was like, "It's okay. They'll pay it. The restaurant I worked at will pay it. They know we have to park out here double park sometimes, and they pay all the tickets." Are you so do you want one? I said, "I don't care either way. They'll take care of it." And he was like, "So you want a ticket?" And I was like, "Dude, I don't care. Can I go now?" And he turned his sirens on and rushed around to the front of the building, went inside and talked to the managers, didn't give anybody a ticket. But he was so pissed that I didn't fucking say, "Oh, please don't give me a ticket, you fat fucking piece of shit Mexican fucking sister
Oh
cop piece
God!
of shit.
All right.
Fuck you."
If there's anything worse than a cop, it's a Mexican cop.
As the old saying goes.
The worst thing about the worst kind of cop I've ever seen in my life is a cop that has a hard time speaking English in a country where like most people speak English.
I've
know?
never encountered that police officer.
Oh, really?
Really.
God damn.
First time I was arrested was by a guy who couldn't speak English.
There's a lot of Latino cops that are very broken Englishish, and even if they're not like fresh off the boat style, somebody like me who enjoys the language quite a bit, and I really kind of, you know, I find people that can't use it properly
You shouldn't do that.
amusing. But like,
You shouldn't do that because everybody's an idiot, including you, and you got to realize that before you can transcend.
okay. So, anyways, when somebody's acting like a bully and a moral authority, and they like can't speak the language, that's a special kind of stupid and amusing to me.
Yes, I agree.
Because especially they're enforcing
Hypocrites are hilarious.
Yeah. Whoa. All right. Well, I guess that's it.
Goodbye.
Oh God.
Oh, can I say my thing?
Yeah.
Don't forget to fuck yourselves.
Oh, there it is. Okay.
Are we done now? I'm gonna go smoke. Fuck this.
All right.